I didn't look up any of your level ups because
Okay.
I've been writing this giant, enormous, one of the largest cities in this game.
My
Doesn't say
blade
how it
glows
goes,
with
so I
magical
imagine it's just
energy,
kinda-
even when it isn't charged.
Like a...
That sounds
Nice.
like it hurt.
That's,
No,
I
it
mean,
didn't.
and I get a D4 of additional damage to it. But at the same
That's
time,
fucking brutal.
I
like that.
I like that, but I mostly like that it glows.
Hey, fuckers. Quick tip.
What color does it glow?
Oh shit, I don't know. I should find out.
Hey,
Yeah,
fuckers, quick
either
question.
pick one or I'm gonna
What-
pick one for you.
Why is he so quiet?
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
He's
gonna
just super
go.
quiet.
I'm gonna go reddish purple. Yeah.
Reddish purple. Sold. I don't feel like I'm quiet at all.
Is that better?
Alright, oh, perfect.
Okay.
Johnny,
Yeah.
my love, my sun, my moon, and my stars.
Yeah.
What's the what should I make the go live notification? I usually do a tiny bit of a summary. Like last last week it was, will the revolution survive the horrors of the prison halls? Like, it was that simple. What should I write here? I don't remember what happened last week because it wasn't.
I mean, basically, you're going to a party. Is like, let's think of something funny to do with a party.
2000 party over. It's out of time. No, that's what I'm writing.
Can the gang fuck up a party?
Yeah.
Tonight.
Fireball.
Will Darren fuck up the party?
Look at this party trick, y'all.
It's called Fireball.
It's called Hex. Now, tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999.
Oh shit! I meant to
Also.
cast Disco Ball.
Oh wow.
Okay, but mood though.
Fireball, Disco Ball. It's the same.
It's an honest
thing.
mistake.
So bonfire
Who hasn't
Yeah.
had that
of that
mistake
entire
before?
house.
I can absolutely picture you trying to do like a William Tell with Eden and an apple and your Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
And then you accidentally hit Jeremiah.
No, I would accidentally hit.
All I did was
This
kill
guy
your
over
friend.
all I did was kill your friend. What?
This guy.
So cute.
Also, we did name that episode that, right? Just to make sure.
That's what I voted
voted
for.
on it.
Absolutely
so.
didn't. I'll go back and change
We
it. But
voted,
I
Hamlin.
said,
We
shut the
voted.
fuck up. I forgot about that. I will go back and change it. I said. I got a missed call.
It's
from-
like you don't even care about democracy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm
Okay.
just saying that
no, it's like I have
dictatorships would work
short-term memory
fine as long as
processing
it's not
issues
a
and I
dictator.
forgot.
No, but also Ben Hamlin.
Uh-huh.
Ben Hamlin. Specifically, I love your face and I adore you as a human being. And I want to say 8 nice things to you before we start because I'm pretty immediately gonna yell at you.
Aww.
For
And
what?
you're really good at playing D&D.
Okay,
and you're
for
a
why are
great
we yelling at
DM.
me? No, I don't need the compliment. I literally do not need the
I
compliment. Why
love
are you
your
yelling at me?
show, Cursed Seas.
That's not how you say it, but
I am,
okay.
I am fully addicted to it.
All right, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. So again, why am I in trouble?
I mean, if I told you, that'd be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Wait, is it an Eden thing or is it a me thing?
Oh no, it's an Eden thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel better.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
like, no, don't
No,
worry.
like I'm
Ben.
complimenting
It's gonna be
you
okay.
because.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna,
then you
like,
may continue
I
with
just,
the compliment. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
interrupted you.
I just wanted to make sure you knew you were loved, and I wasn't like
I-
working out hidden aggression on you.
Sure. I do want to make it absolutely clear it is not pronounced cursed seas.
I love Cursed Sea.
Cursed Seas.
The cursed
seas. No, I mean it kind of should be because that's like Shakespearean, so it kind of should be pronounced like that. The cursed seas. Actually, I'm gonna start calling. Actually, no, you genius. I'm gonna start calling it that because I do have a problem saying cursed seas on the show because it's like an awkward stop on that first word. Cursed seas.
Yeah.
I think you just
Cursed
say it
Seas.
awkwardly.
Cursed seas.
Cursed Seas.
I think it's no. I'm with you. I think cursed. I think that's why I said cursed is because my
the D
brain
gets
like
swallowed.
foresaw
Oh.
cursed seas and was
I
like, no, that
genuinely
you'll
did not
trip
mean to
over
say
that.
that.
You will trip over that.
Y'all, I do a lot of my dumb innuendo shit as a joke. I literally did not mean to say the D gets swallowed.
Oh, I missed
Are
it.
you guys recording?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Are we ready to go? Because
Uh,
we're like 10 minutes late.
Yeah, we've been streaming for the past 10. No.
What?
I just
That
updated-
actually would have been great. Everybody would have caught all those compliments. I'm fine with it. I'm more bothered that they would have gotten the spoiler that you're going to get yelled at.
Yay. Yeah, I just updated all the Twitch shit. Let me actually post the links. Which you can, I mean, you can just start. Like, that takes me like a fraction of a second. Oh, no, because I have to start talking immediately.
Hey,
Yeah,
did
pretty
we,
much.
Did we rest?
No.
No, okay.
Well,
we're coming into this party still covered in blood.
Sick.
yeah.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey,
We're
half dead.
basically we're gonna be coming in on the doctor in the infirmary, still
dicks.
working.
All right. gotta reread
The
that
rest of the
again.
party, while that is happening, is in their room
Cool.
in the resistance area.
Where's Tordek?
Tordek is with you.
Okay, you're gonna be Tordek for a
This
bit.
is twice I've made a prince based.
For those of you who are in the room with Tordek, Percy is asking him a bunch of annoying questions about how the water gun works.
Nice.
Okay, post it to Facebook.
He's like, but was the velocity of the
Johnny, I will
okay? And
literally
Tordek's
fly
like,
Ireland
I don't
and
know,
kick
it
your
fucking
ass if
sprayed
you keep
water
doing
at
that
That makes me so happy. I
much
fucking
does it
love Percy.
How much does
What'd you say it was like 25 feet or 30 feet?
Swear
I
to
don't
God, I'm gonna come over and kick your ass.
What's a foot?
I hate this.
Whose foot?
I don't care if it costs $1,000 to get to Ireland. It's
this
worth
is
it.
fantastic.
Kick your ass over that. I hate that.
I think you have some anger you need to work through.
I
Sam.
do.
I recommend some Mortal Kombat to take out that aggression.
I recommend this episode. This episode is going to really help you with that.
This episode should happen.
Okay,
I'm
let me-
ready for it.
gonna
I'm
very-
so
I'm
incredibly
gonna very,
ready
very,
for
very
it.
quickly reread the thing Johnny said last in the chat. Thank you, me.
Is it
Aiden
about...
gets to work. He picks up the worst of the injured and expends 3 cure spells before manually treating. The rest of the wounded, he spends hours splinting, stitching. Cool, lucky me. That's fun. And the best he can do with the... Wow, Johnny, you forgot some words in that sentence. With the materials provided, disinfecting, yada, yada, yada. His hands almost seem to work without him as he... Yada, 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 yada. Exhaustion. I'm tired. I'm so sleepy. He's relieved that only one patient has been lost in the infirmary. Motherfucker. He takes a moment to breathe, looking around for Maribeth, and he sees her. She's standing on a makeshift saying yada yada yada. Do some coke. Yeah. Shakes her head and quickly.
A lot of doctors do.
Look, it keeps our hands steady.
I don't know about steady, but
Nope. Famously keeps them steady.
famously.
Famously, I was there. I saw it. I don't know what I meant by that. All right, I'm ready when you are. Oh, what a beautiful
We
morning.
need to do some more. Do we want to do your timing thing, Johnny?
Actually, could someone post that? In
Oh, yeah, I do. You're recording?
Yes,
Just
it's
to
recording.
Make sure.
It's not. It's
If
recording.
you're
not
happy
streaming.
and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will really show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Marvelous. So honestly, that's like the best way to start this show.
Are you happy? Because you're about to not be.
Andrew, why are you not?
Are you happy? Whoa!
Yeah, that was strange.
Well, hold
We're
on.
barely in the
Insane.
game, ladies.
I'm just making sure that everything is set up correctly. Okay, so we got the
Anybody
map.
saying that is
Cool.
creepy. Good job.
I amended it. I made it less
All right,
creepy
is that-
later
is
when I
that
said.
better? I was just laying like this the whole time.
I made it less creepy
No,
later.
I
when
miss
said
you,
wasn't
Andrew.
there.
And your great hair.
And
Um,
how? Oh,
Can somebody post the link in the Infinity Loop real quick so it's not just me every single time? Like, not that wasn't passive aggressive. I meant like so we can mix it up and it's not literally
Not just me every single time.
That wasn't like
Assholes.
that wasn't like pull your weight. That was.
I
like,
love that you're opening that as slowly as possible.
Are we streaming?
No, we're not streaming.
Good.
Oh, are you doing it, Andrew?
Oh, if you want to, you can.
No. No.
You can.
I was just making sure that somebody was doing it.
What
that
am I?
wasn't
What am
them.
I saying? Oh, I don't have a link.
Just post the. It's twitch.tv/Infinity Gaming.
I gotta make sure. Twitch.tv
Oh,
/
No good of themselves shall listen or hear. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Live from Portland, I'm literally just practicing my voice.
I was going to say,
Live
are we
from Portland,
going?
Oregon, and Belfast, Northern Ireland. This is Speak of the Devil, a new live stream Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live play, brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. I am Ben Hamlin. I am joined by a bunch of dense motherfuckers who are known.
Oh, now I don't feel bad about yelling at you at all.
Yay!
I'm charming. Also, my face blends in with the background. I'm just now noticing.
My everything except for my face blends in with my background.
Y'all, how white is Ben? Real damn white.
You're pretty white.
I'm pretty white.
You're
well, it's
pretty
because I have
white.
that LED like.
I mean, I'm
focused
pretty
on-
white, but you make me go, damn.
I know. I'm like the northest humans can be.
The northest.
I mean, my family's quite literally from...
Speaking of North, I found out that Alaska has a float tank center. Just saying.
Thank you.
Andrew Eakle posted in the Infinity Loop.
That's you. Once again, it's Andrew Eakle Appreciation
me?
Millennia.
Yeah, millennia.
No, it's because this LED light's directly on my face that I look like a fucking ghost.
All right.
Hamlet, I have come to warn you from beyond the grave. Thy uncle killed thy father. Sorry.
Stop.
That is not how that...
Hamlin time.
All right, can we get?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do
Press
shit.
the damn button.
Ready?
5, 4, fuck. Alright. No good of themselves shall listener hear. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Live from Portland, Oregon and Belfast, Northern Ireland, this is Speak of the Devil, a new live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live play brought to you by Infinity Break, where we are telling stories our own way. This show is broadcast live right here on twitch.tv/Infinity Break Gaming and infinitybreak.net/SOTD. We encourage y'all to participate in the adventure by by talking with each other about the show. We'll be paying attention to the story for the most part, but we'll keep an eye on the chat from time to time. Before we get started, could you take time to share our link around to help spread the word so that more people can join us on this devilish adventure? Thank you. We appreciate your support. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen and other identifiers, please welcome to the stage the mastermind behind this misadventure, the devil himself, the bane of my existence, Johnny Rinaldo.
Yeah.
I improvised one. Can you tell which one?
I like it. So last week, the party returned from their successful raid on the prison to the south of the town to find the city of Amphail under siege. They successfully killed the remaining flesh golems, assisted the resistance rangers, and killed the devil and his monstrous manticore. The party is split, and the good doctor went off to the southern battlefield at the prison to heal the wounded. He treated many in the fields by the jail, and then went back to the resistance infirmary with those remaining to treat the rest. During his time there, he witnessed Maribeth snorting red candy, and we rejoin him there now. To set the scene, I had this up to read it, but then Ben read it, and then I put it away, and then I just realized I still needed it. That wasn't on the air. Smart.
Oh,
Do you still have it up, Ben?
The
Can you assist me?
the chat?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I closed
closed
it. But I have it open again right now. Would you like me to read it out loud?
Yeah, if you would. My
I
phone
would
is
love
not
to.
cooperating.
Eden gets to work. He picks out the worst of the injured and expends 3 cure spells before manually treating the rest of the wounded. He spends hours splinting, stitching, and doing the best he can with the materials provided. His hands almost seem to work without him. As the night wears on and the exhaustion sets in, he's relieved that only one patient has been lost in the infirmary. He takes a moment to breathe, looking around for Maribeth, and then he sees her. She's standing at the makeshift sink, staring into the mirror. She takes a small bag from her pocket, takes a sharp, deep sniff of its contents, shakes her head, and thank you for the ASMR aspect of this story. Takes a sharp, deep sniff of its contents, shakes her head, and then quickly gets back to work, suturing a large leg gash on a nearby ranger. The best way to do medicine is high. That's not in there, but that's my own observation. I was a doctor once. Before I became a low-rent podcaster. Made good career choices. What are we doing? Are we playing D&D?
So you are in
You could call it that.
an infirmary.
Good.
You are tired as balls.
I sure am.
You just witnessed your contemporary do drugs.
Mm-hmm. I prepared for this scene through some method acting. I did some sleep deprivation. I've only slept for 2 hours, and then I actually did a line of coke this morning.
Nice.
So I'm ready. I feel like I'm in the moment.
Perfect.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis playing Abraham Lincoln.
Honestly, I'm a little mad that you didn't bring Coke to share, but that's fine.
Oh, Andrew's good. Yeah.
Anyways, so what are you
Fill the
doing
blanks.
now?
I don't know what the end of the sentence was going to be. What do I do now?
Yeah.
Well, am I presently working on a patient?
You have sat down for a moment to take a breather.
Mm-hmm. And so did Maribeth, but a different kind of breather.
Yep.
All
She's
right.
back to work now, though.
Oh, okay.
Just zipping along.
I'm gonna. Johnny, jog my memory from a story perspective. Did did the little red cocaine did that make them a little agitated? Was that like
A bit. I mean, you haven't really seen many people do the drugs, so I'm gonna say that you have no idea.
Just that swordsman dude?
We could test it. on
Just the
something.
swordsman dude, and he seemed more concerned about his dick getting cut off, than he seemed like agitated.
I mean, look, we all have priorities in life.
Yeah.
Well, Maribeth has snapped at you a couple of times.
She is actually quite testy.
Yeah. But she's also kind. So you
She's
know.
also good at healing and
Yeah.
good at cocaine.
I mean, you don't know that she's good at cocaine. You just know that she
No,
does.
I saw her character sheet. She has a proficiency bonus in cocaine.
I have +3 to cocaine.
I have an idea for a new show. Anyway,
I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
no, it's real bad.
We should probably get on this one though.
Yeah. So I kind of walk over to her. I approach her from the side, so as not to spook her. That's how you approach horses. And Eden, I should say, kind of goes into a softer talking tone. He goes, "Hey, lass. What was that medicine?"
She continues working on the suture that she is working on, and says, "1 moment, please,"
That's
and
fair.
finishes it, ties off the stitch, turns to look at you. "Doctor, will you please join me in the hallway?"
All right. All right, Shab.
She walks to the curtain that blocks makes up the infirmary door. It's not an actual door, and just holds it open for you and motions through, smiling.
I scoop my boot.
As soon as you are in the hallway, she picks you up by the throat and pins you against a wall. "Now
I'm into
you listen here, you fake, lying fuck.
I'm listening.
I graduated the top of my class. Now you come in here and half-ass your care of my patients, and then you want to lecture me about what I do? You probably don't even bother to learn their names, but you let Rachel die, and you let Bartholomew die, and you let Forhorn die, you wretched fuck. You've got magic yet to spend, and you're sitting there with a thread and needle in your hand. You're sitting there with magic to spend because you will not have to tell Rachel's mother that she'll never finish her book of pressed flowers because she's fucking dead because some wee lying fuck calls himself a fucking Radford couldn't be bothered to cast a fucking spell to save her. You haven't got skin in this race, and you want to challenge me, you little insignificant shit. Let me tell you right now, I will ruin myself to save those people. I will take every drug under the sun to keep myself awake until every last one of those people is safe, because I cannot trust you to do it. I will take every drug under the sun to make myself quicker
Eden
because
slaps
some
her.
wee lying fuck.
I'm cutting you off. Eden fucking slaps her. Don't talk to me like that.
Oh,
She
wow.
throws you to the ground as a response to your slap.
All right. That's
You
fair.
either get in there and do your actual fucking best, or you stay the fuck out of my infirmary. And she just walks back in through the curtain.
Johnny, are we okay? You and I chill?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
cool.
did compliment you 8 times before
No,
we
I
started
know.
this.
You warned me.
Yeah,
But boy, you're a mean motherfucker.
Damn. Oh no, that's not.
she's
Johnny.
doing drugs, mate.
No, I know. I did explicitly ask you guys, hey, do we remember if that made them weirdly aggressive or not? Right,
Well,
I
we don't know
forgot
that
I'm...
was the drugs.
Yeah, I forgot I'm playing my own brother. Does anyone remember what I named Eden's brother?
Nope.
Was it just like Sam or something?
No, you're going by your last name.
No, I mean, I know I am, but I did give a first name. Does anyone remember that at all?
Nope.
Johnny.
Francis or something like that.
Should probably keep track of your own lines there, bud.
Yeah, I should.
That's
Didn't.
the problem with lying, buddy. Is that
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta keep
I know
track
I
of it.
should have kept track of it. I know I should have kept track of it, but I didn't. So someone tell me what it is.
Nope. Not a clue.
All right, whatever. We are going to retroactively say it was Sam, which I'm pretty sure it was. Samuel Radford. Yeah, that sounds colonial. Okay, well, that was a harrowing experience, and I'm not sure how to react to that, both as a character and an actor.
I tried to warn you as much as I could without ruining it, but you're supposed to be a little taken aback by it. Like, that's the point.
Well, good, because Eden is.
I'm like a little adrenaline-y about, like, I'm like shaking a little bit because I got like.
You just yelled at your friend.
I had to yell at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad Eden's a little taken aback because so is Ben Hamlin, and he is stunned at the accusation that he is not trying his absolute damn hardest to make this happen. Which I don't know why I slept into character for that. Because
No, I liked it.
Thank you. Because I fucking Johnny, we roleplayed this. She wasn't present for this because she's a character, but I worked my fucking ass off to heal people in the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
But the listener does not necessarily know that. Neither does Maribeth, because Maribeth's an asshole. So yeah, you know what? I am going to storm back into the infirmary, and I am going to cry softly to myself. I'm holding back tears as I get back in because obviously I am dealing with a situation that is relatively similar to my hashtag origin story.
Yep.
This is the equivalent of watching my parents get shot behind a movie theater for me. Batman. I know.
I think everybody knows you're referencing Batman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is very similar. This not having enough supplies and but having too many patients. Do the equation there. So I'm going to storm back in and I'm going to continue working on somebody. I presume there are still people that are injured.
Yeah, there was 30 full beds when you started, and like at best you have each worked through like 8.
Well,
So,
okay, cool. Then
there's still like 15 more people to be treated. Like, you have this, as much work as you have done in the infirmary specifically up to this point, you have to do again. Like, it is busy.
Right, sure.
Entire time is
More or less half.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, then I'm going to I'm gonna continue doing what I do best, which is half-heartedly healing people. No, I'm gonna continue what I do best, which is healing people. Would you like to give me an ailment that I can work on?
Just give me a
Ailment sounds like a cold,
medicine
not
roll.
like a shattered leg.
Give me a medicine roll. And let me know if you want to add any spell slots to that roll.
In what respect?
If you decide to use spell slots to
If I decide to
cure
use
people.
spells, okay. 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
8 plus 6.
Plus, wait, 14 plus 6 or
No,
14
8 plus 6. 8 plus 6.
Oh, 8 plus
Therefore
6.
14.
All right. The doctor begins working, splinting a broken leg, and finds that being yelled at has shaken him a little bit, and he cannot get his hands to stop, like, shaking while he's working, which slows him down considerably, but he is still patching people up the way people require being patched up. He doesn't make any mistakes that, like, further hurt people.
As he is doing this healing, this is how I play RPGs. Is I try not to rock the boat too much, but I really want to rock this fucking boat. I want to sink this goddamn Titanic. That's how they call me, Ben Iceberg Hamlin.
Somewhere Derek puts his fist in the air, like, yeah! What?
Somewhere subconsciously. Once again, we've established a Deadpool-like sentience to you, so you're like, fucking overthrow the plot line! You say to a room
like,
full of
what
other
are you
people.
doing? And Dareth's like, I don't know, I just, like, really felt like I should do that.
I just got really excited for a moment.
He just turns toward other
That's kind
people.
of perfect.
He just turns to other people. We're on a new narrative path now. No one knows what the fuck he's talking about.
We're about to sink this Titanic. What the fuck is the Titanic?
Yeah, it's this play. It's like 3 hours long. I don't know how long
And
does
you
this
arrive at Baldur's Gate, which is fun because I have not written that at all, you fuck.
Alright, Eden's fucking pissed. And he lets his fantasy Scottish rage get the best of him. Not in a actual ragey way, but in a low key rage way.
I'm gonna heal the shit out of this person.
show you who doesn't know how to do medicine.
All right, so I've patched up this dude.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
I move
so
on
you,
to the next dude and or dudette. Keeping it gender neutral. Barely. You know what?
So the next comrade.
The next
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. That's the
Next
word I use
soldier.
anyway.
Next ranger.
Yeah, move on. Yeah, let's call them what they are, rangers. I move on to the next ranger, and is this person fucked up enough that I would justify using a spell slot?
So just about anyone in the beds could justify a missing spell slot. A lot of them are people who were like partially crushed by flesh golems.
All right, cool. All right,
So
then
like, yeah. So the next person you find has like basically like their arm is hanging limp, the bones like liquefied inside it.
Dareth, was
I'm
that
a-
on you?
I, Benjamin C. Hamlin, am a very squeamish person, so I'm glad I'm playing a doctor.
Yeah,
A trauma doctor of all
wise
doctors.
choice.
Yeah, I'm really fucking proud of myself. In fairness, I don't think I chose this. All right, well then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on this dude.
Cool. Roll for it.
Well, fuck me. That's only 5 healing.
All right.
So as my hands are over this person, you know, I don't know. I assume my hands glow or some shit. As I kind of channel the energy downward into this bed. I need to rebuke Maribeth, but I don't want to be mean.
Just do it.
I play all the
do it.
all the Telltale games I've ever played. I choose all the nice options. I can't be mean to NPCs. It's against my nature. All right, here we go. Lass, I don't appreciate the accusation that I'm not trying here. I did my damn. Terra, are you all right? I say, escaping this narrative for a moment.
Someone in a...
You're not supposed to be talking to me.
I know.
I'm not in the room.
Well, I also called you Terra.
Terra's one of the patients.
Yeah, Terra's this.
Oh, I'm being patient.
How are you? I don't appreciate the accusation that I'm not trying. I did my damnedest as one doctor to save the entirety of that southern battlefield.
Doctor, I don't appreciate that you broke my shit and never found a replacement. Keep working.
All right. Hell, I mean, Johnny, fuck you. You're making me be mean to NPCs. I don't like this. All right.
I'm not making you do shit.
It was a potion drip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are you eating on the stream?
Yep. It's too good.
All right. All right. Well, Glass, I sincerely apologize for that. That was one potion drip. I know that's a great loss to us now, but if I weren't here, you'd be doing all this work yourself, and it's not worth giving me hell for what I'm putting into this. I'm pulling, with or without that potion drip, I'm pulling my weight. Now we can work together, or you can continue to be mad at me. Voice shaking
Or we
as he
could
does
just
because
work
he's tense.
instead of blathering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold up. Start that over. Did not realize you were talking.
I said, or we could just work instead of blathering.
Don't like her.
And she moves from one bed to the next and starts work on the next patient.
All right. Well, this is a lost cause. She's just gonna be a dick about it.
Give me one more medicine roll, unless you have anything else to communicate to her.
I do not. Natural 1.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
I would have lied about that, but Andrew saw it, so.
You wouldn't happen to have...
Inspiration?
Yes, I do. You're right.
Thank you. I really didn't want to tell you the result of that.
Oh, this person has a broken arm. Knife in the throat.
Oh, that's a bummer. You're gonna have to lose that. 17 plus 6, so 23.
Okay, that's much better. Thank you.
Yeah, ain't it? Let me just eliminate that inspiration from my.
I
my last
don't
one.
like yelling, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appropriately remove the inspiration from my character sheet, and I'm ready to suffer the consequences of my goodness instead of my awfulness.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm better than that.
You work further into the night. All of the patients are stabilized. There's still only the single loss from the infirmary for the whole night, notwithstanding your losses at the jail. As Maribeth finishes checking on like the final patient that needs like checked in on, she basically just like leaves you alone in the infirmary. You finish your patient. It's about midnight.
So I'm alone in the infirmary. Is that?
Yep.
Infirmary. All right. Eden is beyond exhausted and slumps against the wall, which I assume is made of dirt because we're kind of underground.
Yep.
Cool. Slumps against the
hole.
Sure is. Slumps against the dirt wall, and like hands on his knees, just kind of lets. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get killed.
Just flashing at everybody.
Yeah. No, he canonically wears underwear. This is a dramatic scene. Sorry for bringing up my dick.
Typical.
I know. Yeah, Eden kind of slumps to the ground, appropriately crossing his legs, and just kind of hands on his knees, just as he, which pretend that sigh was Scottish, just kind of tries to collect. Just tries to collect himself from the actual gauntlet that he just ran through. So he has a moment to himself.
Cool.
Unless something happens. Do other people want to play the game? Or
No.
Okay.
You got this.
This is your scene. This is your shining
We
moment.
played last week.
That's true. Are you waiting on my input?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you just like stay in the infirmary for the whole night, or do you go back?
No, not for the whole night. Like half of it. No, I stay there. You know, I'm truly trying to collect myself. I'm gonna say that Eden starts crying. Because this is all too familiar, and he had to power through it in a way that he could not. He got blamed for a lot of shit he didn't do today.
You got yelled at.
I got yelled at by a colleague.
Scolded.
By a fellow alumni of the Kincaid Clerical College.
Maybe you should just be a better doctor.
Killarney. The Killarney motherfucker? The Killarney Clerical College. I'm an asshole for writing it like that, sorry.
Yep, you did that to yourself.
I super did. Because I run comedy games. Dramatis persona? What's that? Yeah, no, he starts bawling like a, not over the top, but just like a kind of a quiet sob as he is letting the anxiety and stress leave his body, because again, this is all too familiar, and this is reactivating some trauma.
Yep. So while the doctor is just crying in the infirmary, with no effort to hide, as far as I can tell.
Nah.
A ranger on a single crutch comes by and places her hand on your shoulder.
Making a friend.
You did good today. And then she just sort of pats you and like kind of continues moving on.
After she is out of earshot, Eden whispers to himself, just a really soft, I tried. And then he dies. I don't know. What do you want?
I want you to go back to your room so that the other people...
Oh, okay. Thanks. Sure. Ian eventually collects himself, kind of dusts off his back. I assume he took his cape off for doing all the medical work, so it didn't just get dunked in people's wounds.
So he wasn't just like whooshing around in a cape.
I need you to hold this for a moment.
Oops, I accidentally stitched my cape into a person again.
Again.
What did I just say about being super squeamish? Yeah, so I'm going to assume he kind of dusts off the back of his armor, puts his cape back on, and just tries to collect himself, dab off the eyes, and he heads back to his room.
He dabs on his way.
He dabs on his way up. Only one casualty.
And someone else dies from that.
I mean, except for those other 3, but that's fine.
In the
you make it
infirmary.
back to the room. When you open the room door, there's still one candle on, and you come in to find Tordek and Pippin are asleep. I assume Vermal is asleep. And Dareth is awake next to the candle reading his book. Correct any of my assumptions, player characters.
Speak.
Well, you
now
said
or
it's
for-
midnight, right?
Yep.
It's like past midnight now,
It's midnight
And
30.
you've
I've cried for a long time.
and we've had a busy day.
Yeah.
Dareth is actually over in his own bed, away from the light, because he does have dark vision, so he could just read from wherever. So he doesn't
That's
have
true.
to be next to the light. And he usually,
Eden, you see a dim red glow coming from Dareth's book, since he is not next to a light.
I've seen so much shit today. That's not that weird. I walk into the room and I make sure to shut the door. Or Eden walks into the room and makes sure to shut the door quietly so that he does not wake up his sleeping companions, especially Pippin, who he loves the most of all. And
Same.
I assume he can kind of make out Dareth's face from the red glow
oh,
upward.
make out?
Here we go.
He is
again.
the pretty one.
He is the pretty one.
Weirdly.
But I assume I can make out his face from the red glow up.
Yep.
Cool. Glow up. All right. So he kind of, I guess he walks over to Dareth. And Dareth, I assume you close your book.
I probably don't even notice, actually.
Yeah, he does
I'm
have
still just
notoriously
sitting there
low
reading.
passive perception.
No, that's true. That's true. A little oblivious, that one.
You like, as you approach, you hear him just like mumbling to himself, sometimes like reading out loud a little bit.
Oh. All right. Well. Yeah. So I walk over. I assume there aren't a ton of chairs in this room.
Nope, just 4 beds.
All right. Then I'm slumping again, and I slump next to I slump right next to Dareth. And again let out the same dramatic Scottish sigh, and just go. So how'd it go today, lad?
Close my book real quick. When did you get back?
I just came in. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I see you were focusing.
I was asleep.
Roll a deception.
Fucking.
I was right here, lad. That's gonna make it real high.
That would be a 10.
You don't believe him.
Lad. Eden stares at him with dead in the eyes. I said I just came in.
Yeah.
There
Where have you
was-
been all day?
There was an you know, okay. There's an in-canon, like, 5-second pause as Eden kind of stares at Dareth, trying to suss out what's actually happening here. Just kind of, with this face, just... Huh, okay. I had to help in the infirmary.
Oh.
A lot of wounded from today's fight.
Did you save people?
Did my best, I guess.
We fought that devil that killed Forehorn and killed him.
Johnny.
Who's got a beer? Just open a beer. The Rangers are outside opening beers, I think.
I can't pre-open them. My beer would get flat.
You can also not drink on the show. Alright, whatever. Who gives a shit?
I
Oh,
don't
we're
think
just-
I could do that, actually.
We're just jealous. We're just jealous.
Yeah,
It's-
no,
it's
I wish
coffee
I was
time
doing
for-
this drunk.
for
Are you
us.
kidding me?
You could.
It was
I mean,
definitely-
it's like, it's almost 8 here, so like, give me a break.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it, babe. What did you last say? Oh, you killed them. You killed them.
Yeah, the devil.
Well, thank God. So, does that, what does that mean for this town? Does everything go back to normal after this, or?
I don't know if it's going to be normal, but they rebuild.
Is it
They're-
like,
Jeremiah said that they were going to have a council instead of a king. Something
Oh.
like that.
well, that's good. I suppose this ain't like any fairy tale from our childhood or anything. the evil's defeated and the whole kingdom's just awash with light. And
I don't think it's gonna be like that.
nah.
Are you two whispering, or are you having a normal
We're
conversation?
whispering, lass.
I'm not whispering.
Cool. Then I'm waking up. Then I'm waking up.
So here's what I think. I agree.
I actually imagined that as an in-character line, like just like from across the room you hear. So are you guys whispering or?
No, let's go
No,
with
but
that.
you should be, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I remind people of things, is asking them if they're doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm perfectly fine with that being in character.
That seems like I don't know. That just like
It's a
seemed like
verbal
verbal
thing.
to me, I don't know.
Like, so...
Eden's back.
Yeah, I heard.
Morning,
Both of you.
Morning, lass. Sorry to awaken you.
Technically morning, yeah.
It's not technically morning. I think it's middle of the night still.
I'm sorry, I've lost track of time.
It's after midnight. It's morning.
Let me just check my
Tordek is
wristwatch.
just loudly snoring as a backdrop to this conversation.
I was gonna say, Johnny, how long have I been asleep?
I would place that at roughly 2 hours.
Yeah. After the day we had, yeah. Shush.
So there's gonna be a council, and Jeremiah said something about there's a ring we need to take to a volcano to destroy it, something like that.
No, lad, we just said it's not like the fairy tales of our youth.
What?
You're referring to that play, There and Back Again.
No. This is something Jeremiah said yesterday. We can ask him about it tomorrow.
Facetious.
I-
He was being facetious.
Lad, I wasn't there. I'm good. 90. I mean, I'm taking Vermal's word here. but
Volcanoes don't
99.
exist, okay?
That's true.
Just
Mountains aren't real.
Oh,
Didn't you ever watch that play, Night Vale?
shit.
Lad, I wasn't there, but I'm going to assume he was talking metaphorically.
Okay, well, there's gonna be a party too, so
Oh,
I think that's supposed to happen tomorrow or something. A feast.
oh Christ. Okay.
But
Eden is like too dead. Like his emotional energy is shot. The idea of having to talk to other people who aren't the people he already talks to is like, no, thank you.
I swear
I don't-
I'm just going to learn a sleep spell. As long as I'm hanging out with y'all, it's the only way I'm gonna get
Garrett starts
a
flipping
decent
through
night's
his book.
rest. Yeah, Dareth, you got that? Cast it on yourself, please.
Oh, I wouldn't cast it on myself.
No, it'd be interesting.
Eden collects himself again and stands up, dusting off his back. I guess you guys did good today. I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah, you probably did good too.
Yeah, we'll see. And Eden goes to bed.
Gareth flips his book back open and goes back to reading.
To bed.
Yeah, he goes to bed.
So the usual wake-up calls that you have gotten accustomed to in your time with the Resistance do not occur. So you end up just sort of naturally waking up with the feeling that it's considerably late. Like it's sort of when you wake up on your day off and you're just like, there's something I should be doing. No, wait,
Oh
no.
shit, I need to go.
Oh,
I need
wait.
to go.
Stay in bed, actually. Like, sudden moment of freak out, and then you're like, no, it's fine. So you all slowly wake up. Tordek moves towards the door to go to the bathroom. And as soon as Tordek opens the door, like, Percy's just standing in the doorway.
That lad is
I had a few more questions about the water gun, and Tordek's just like, God damn it. And he just, like, keeps walking towards the bathroom, and Percy is following him. So, like, if you had to rate the water flow on a scale of 1 to 157, and like, just moseys down the hall.
Dareth holds his head, just.
I'm surprised he didn't say
Numbers.
147.5.
If you had to create a logarithmic scale, how many points would it be?
That's all Greek to Dareth.
And is Pippin moving along with Tordek and Percy then?
Pippin is just like still sleeping.
Hell yeah, Pippin. You got the right
Pippin
idea.
Pippin kind of like looks up, like, do I need to know?
Dareth also wakes up and just kind of
What?
stands up and is going to just walk out the door as well. And see what's going on outside.
The hallway is much less busy than you are used to it being. Like, normally there's always someone coming or going, and like by and large it sort of seems empty.
Good sign.
I kind of turn back around. There's like nobody here.
Good morning.
Morning. There's nobody here.
Good.
Everybody, there's like normally there's a wake up call, and there was no wake up call.
So after you liberate an entire town, there's less of a sense of urgency.
Eden is snoring like some untuned bagpipes.
Also, they've been hiding in this hole for freaking ever, and now they don't have to. Wouldn't you want to get out for a while?
Vermal, you get a psychic message through your rings from Tordek.
Mm-hmm.
There is no line at the bathroom. There's like nobody here.
All right.
I don't know. It's just weird. There's nobody. I mean, it's all been all bustly, and now there's
Percy
nobody.
said he was told specifically not to wake us up, to let the heroes rest? Question mark?
Was the question mark on heroes or rest?
On just the whole situation. It just seems weird.
All right, I'm gonna get up.
What does he think we're doing instead of rest? Oh.
And get myself ready for a fight, because that's just my morning routine.
Brush
Because that's
teeth.
the only way I know how to get ready.
Well, you never know. Anything could happen.
Dareth is just gonna
I'm
start
brushing my teeth so I can bite someone. Oh.
brush your teeth and sharpen them.
No, I'm not a Klingon.
Yet.
I will make wine out of your blood. For honor. So,
Should we go find people?
yeah,
we go
I mean,
find
I guess people are better than no people, so... let's
Oh,
go
I
find
don't agree with that. But
I'm just side-eyeing you like, I don't know how you meant that. Alright, I'm gonna start headed towards an outside direction if you're, not busy or anything. You two.
Eden wakes up
Yeah.
and puts his kilt back on and his cape, and kind of rubs his, I almost said bald eyes. Sorry, rubs his head.
Your eyes are
and,
very bald.
Yeah, that's true.
Nary a hair to be found.
And he just goes, morning, y'all.
morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all is my line, but okay.
Lads and lasses? What do I say?
Peeps,
I'm actually Scottish, I should know. Whatever.
y'all works.
Morning, you fucking leprechauns.
How very dare you?
I'm very...
I am much taller than you.
Yeah, how tall's Vermal?
6'4"? I don't know. Hold on.
I thought Vermal was super short. My bad.
Hell no!
I'm 5'4".
You look up to me, damn it.
Literally, yeah.
Should we go see if Jeremiah's here?
How about breakfast? Oh yeah, Jeremiah.
Breakfast. Never mind. I vote breakfast.
No, actually, Jeremiah. Okay, you breakfast. I'll Jeremiah. Wow, we just gave each other ideas. That's great.
Two buttons and one stone.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's two buttons
Odd
and one
person.
stone and Jeremiah has the breakfast.
Is he making us breakfast?
I didn't say that.
Let's go see if Jeremiah is making us breakfast.
Gareth is the worst.
Terra's the best. I'm gonna go find look for Jeremiah.
For Jeremiah.
I don't know if I'm gonna find Jeremiah. I'm gonna go look for Jeremiah. So
Jeremiah
I'm gonna
is the
start
ship
with
name.
his office.
I will follow.
Real quick, while the doctor is getting ready, he realizes that he left his hammer in a battlefield.
Fuck you. Okay.
Oh my god.
I did though.
No, but you did. You made a choice.
Yeah. Folks, y'all are not aware, but sometimes between sessions we have a little roleplay chat in which we wrap up some small threads between, or in my case, because I was gone last week, I reenacted the scene on the battlefield with role-playing precision, and I super did leave my hammer on that battlefield.
Also, it's gonna be Patreon content. I'm just saying, sign up for it now. And
we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Infinity Break. For as little as $1 a month, you can get access to all sorts of behind-the-scenes nonsense from Infinity Break, including blooper reels from Forces and Men, extra analysis from Forces and Men, blooper reels from Cursees, and extra story from Speak of the Devil. The microphone's over here. Once again, that is patreon.com/Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month.
It looked really good with him whispering like off screen though, because then it was like he's talking to someone who I can't see. Is that their production team?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Shout out to our producer,
everybody.
who exists in 2 different directions. Joke's on me. The producer's me.
So you are going to Jeremiah's office.
Yeah.
Reality's fake. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
So you go through the hallways, and again, you're kind of struck by how not like having to like slip past people in like narrow dirt hallways. You like are just walking freely, and it's weird.
Do we see some people, or is it just we don't see anybody?
You see people in like when you get to like conjoining hallways, you can see like one person walking kind of down another hallway. So like if you wanted to find a person, you could easily, but like you don't have to go through any crowds.
Got it. I'm gonna stare at them as we walk by.
Most of them just kind of are going about what they're doing. A few of them are like just like walking from the infirmary to like the outdoors to like just like, hey, I can get up now. I'm gonna go outside. One or two of the people, when they see you, just start clapping.
I start clapping back at them.
I'm like wondering, are they being facetious?
I still don't think Dareth knows what facetious means.
Okay.
No,
I'm counting.
Who's facetious?
Who is that?
Did we meet her?
No, I heard you the first
No,
time.
I'm
You said
Sarah.
factitious.
So do we find Jeremiah?
You get to Jeremiah's door, and I assume you knock on it or kick it down.
Oh, wait! I could kick. No. Let's just knock.
All right, so you knock on the door, and there is no response.
Open the door.
Well, he's not home. Tell him to go.
It is, and this is weird, and you know this is weird because you've tried this before. It is strangely unlocked.
Uh-oh.
You open the door, and it's Jeremiah's room, which you have been in before, and it is empty. There are several like pieces of paper spread out over his desk. Like it looks like he's been in there somewhat recently.
I'd like to examine the paper.
Oh,
on the
we
desk.
probably shouldn't go through his stuff, but
Whatever. I'm not going through it. I'm looking.
The very top paper seems to be a seating chart for a like.
feast.
You recognize it as the castle courtyard. And you
Yes.
see it's like set up with like drawn tables on it, and there's like names on the table, like a seating chart. A great deal of the tables say general seating, and then there's like a wine table and like food table, and then you see like a like main table at the top that has the names of the remaining council members on one side, Jeremiah in the center, and then your names on the other side.
Oh, he put himself in the center. Yeah. Good job.
He's like the leader.
He really should consider being that. But if he wants to do a council, that's fine. Democracy is alright.
This newfangled democracy thing. I don't think it's gonna work out.
I don't know.
It's all Greek to me.
What the fuck is Greek?
What is that?
That's the joke.
Is that similar to facetious?
Is that where facetious
On the
is
border of
from?
facetious?
Alright.
He's probably out planning, right?
Well, he might be in, the courtyard,
Yeah, planning.
maybe. All right.
Let's go see what's going on outside.
Oh, don't you want to get breakfast?
Yeah, it's outside.
Oh, the breakfast is outside. Is
Well,
that
we're
how
going
that
to
works?
the Flaggered Wagon or whatever it's called.
The Flaggered
Smattered
Wagon.
The smattered dragon.
Yeah, the Smattered Dragon.
Oh, you're smattered, all right. Okay, let's go.
Damn it, it's
Uh,
Latin.
You start heading towards the exit to the resistance area, and when you open the door from the building that the tunnel is dug inside of, you are immediately struck by something that you have not seen in a good long time: sunlight.
I was wondering.
Hey.
The clouds overhead have dissipated. The sky is clear. There is no rain, and there is honest to goodness sunlight.
I enjoy that.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, isn't it?
It hurts my eyes to look at it.
Don't look directly at it,
But it's so big. It's so bright.
dummy. I swear.
It's been like 7 days, dude.
Did you forget about the sun?
Come on, let's get inside somewhere quickly. It hurts.
I'm just like basking in it, like hell yes.
You're like a
I think
lizard, just
realistically it would make your eyes pretty uncomfortable for the first bit.
It's warm though,
Like walking out of a movie theater.
and it's
Yeah.
not wet.
But a movie theater that you were in for 7 days.
Yeah, during a matinee.
Yeah.
So we saw Infinity War, am I right? That movie's real long. Anyway.
You sat through a Lord of the Rings
Hell
marathon.
yeah. All three.
Oh, they're doing it.
Okay, let's get to the tavern, whatever it's called.
The stag-horned flagon.
Jesus.
The Baggard Staggin.
Well, since you were averting your eyes from I'm just gonna grab you by the scruff of the neck
Start walking the
and
wrong
move
direction.
you towards your inevitable eggs.
Ooh.
The incredible edible egg. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for taking me down memory lane.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
It's truly the least I can do.
So you get to the stag-horned flagon. You see off to one side of the building, there's just like a pile of bugbear bodies.
Nice.
Yes.
I wish I could reanimate that.
Damn it.
The door to the tavern is open, and when you walk in, there is nobody inside.
Where is everybody? Is there
Nobody.
a bell?
Like-
I ring a bell, like a service bell.
And you would just keep ringing it. You really would, wouldn't you?
Like, ding.
No, there's no service bell.
Damn it.
Like literally nobody.
Nobody.
Cool. Hey,
You
Dareth.
see the two doors behind the bar are both open. Just like from what you can see from the entrance, in one there is a series of beds. It looks a little bit like an infirmary. The other door opens into what looks like a pretty standard kitchen, except for there is blood everywhere.
Oh.
Not the fount of this.
I want to find a loaf of bread.
I'm assuming you're going into the kitchen then.
I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
When you walk into the kitchen, you see it's a kitchen, food prep area. On the meat slicing table, there is a human corpse.
This is what I
Oh
fucking
my.
said.
Oh well.
Fucking said
Okay.
this like fucking
Gross.
three weeks ago. I said this is some cannibal shit, and no one reacted to that.
No.
I reacted to that.
Ah, thanks, Johnny.
Do I recognize the human?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a human hand.
Does it look like the human was
Oh,
sliced
corpse.
at the
Yeah,
meat
yeah.
counter?
Like clearly was being prepared into food
See, this is why I
that
didn't
you
eat.
guys ate.
I was like, no steak.
Yeah,
I was
I
like, I do
also-
not trust the steak.
Dareth has a sausage in his mouth, and he's like, "Oh man,
Dareth's
this
already
is bad."
eating.
Let the record say I also canonically did not eat the meat. Because again, I said, quote, this is some cannibal shit.
But you like the eggs. You should go for the eggs.
I did like the eggs.
Do I find a loaf of bread?
You do.
Oh, cool.
There's like a bread area that is just normal bread as
That
far
might
as
be
you can
human
tell.
too.
Cool. What's that?
That might be human too. Watch out.
You also see a single carton of eggs with like 3 missing. That's just like sitting out on the counter.
Those are probably the ones I hate.
Oh,
Anyway,
because nobody eats eggs. Cool. I'm just gonna like take the loaf of bread and I'm just like just carrying it with me. I have a loaf of bread. Fuck it. This is breakfast enough.
We should probably find Criven, eh?
can I use stabilize the dying on the?
Criven. What?
I think he's dead.
Pretty
No,
dead.
I know.
Roll
Dean
for it.
reacts like
Or
horror.
rather, not pretty dead.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Kind of.
Honestly, would you want to become not dead at that point?
No.
Yeah.
I would not.
Eden doesn't even. I don't know. This is shitty scene. Not like this, but like this. It's a corpse.
It's only one corpse, right?
Yep.
But there's a lot of blood, you said.
Yep.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of blood in a single corpse.
This does not phase Eden because he's seen corpses split open
Oh
all
man,
the time.
and the bugbear corpses were outside? Was he planning to use those as well?
I might have less problem with that. But at the same time, it's
Yeah,
not
those are-
exactly like they were getting any other types of nutrition in this town. So it's just like, you know what? Desperate times, desperate
We
shit.
should still definitely bring this up to them.
I'll ask.
You'll ask?
Hey there.
I find it amusing that our roles have just reversed here.
I mean, someone's committing cannibalism and you seem very relaxed about it.
A note that Andrew pronounced that word cannibalism.
Cannibalism?
Yeah, that's canon.
That's canon.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalism.
I didn't eat the meat. I'm fine.
That's not the point, is that other people ate the meat.
That's their choice.
Yeah, I'm with Derek here.
Like
As I
you.
finish eating a sausage.
Yeah, like yourself are doing right now.
Yeah, I'm with Derek here. I'm not entirely comfortable what's going down here.
Well, I'm not saying I'm okay with it.
Doesn't quite sit well with me.
I'm just saying okay.
So what do we?
It's not something I would choose to
Bring
do.
this up to the council at the very least.
Yeah,
They're like the
certainly,
leaders of the
certainly.
town now, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah,
This feels like a good thing to report to the authorities.
yeah,
But
sure.
then, I mean, the door is just wide open. It's like he wasn't even hiding it.
Yeah, well, maybe
Yeah, speaking of
you want to
which-
go find your good friend Criven then? Because...
Yeah, speaking of which, where is the master chef?
I would bet wherever everybody else is.
Cool.
There's a feast today, ain't there?
Yeah. That's like I said, I think Jeremiah's
Oh,
setting up
shite.
for it.
Alright. I think there might be a chance this is what's on the menu. We should probably...
Possible.
Yeah. We should probably do something about this.
What if everybody in this town is actually just cannonballs and they have been eating people the whole time?
Wait,
is
is this
there
how Dareth
cannibals?
canonically pronounces cannibal?
It is now.
I love it.
Yeah, well,
All right.
maybe. Let's find out. Or don't eat the meat. As you're completely eating a sausage. You're like,
I
okay.
finished it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Let's go to the courtyard.
Yeah, let's
Castle
go to the courtyard. That sounds good.
As you're leaving the tavern, a ranger is walking by, sees you come out of there, and is walking, like, speed walks up to you, like, you do not want to go in there, don't go in there, don't go in there.
We already went
Too
in
late
there.
for that.
Oh, man. Yeah, when things kicked off yesterday, all these bugbears came out of the kitchen. It turns out Criven had been holding them out in the kitchen, and they were serving people. Like, not like serving food to people, like serving people as food.
The bugbears were? Or could have been was?
The bugbears. So the bugbears were the ones in the kitchen, you know, like Criven never actually went to the kitchen, which was fishy, but no one really noticed because, you know, like, we're hungry.
So did Criven
And
know?
like that was the kitchen crew.
Cribbin surely got to know, right?
Wait,
You don't never
they
accept...
served the kitchen crew up to the bugbears?
No.
No. The bugbears were the kitchen crew.
And they were serving people.
And they
Oh,
were two
People.
Like serving people.
Yeah. See? There's your explanation.
There's no way.
Yeah,
Cribbin
it's
didn't-
it's real ugly. I wouldn't go in there again. And he sort of like,
Where's Cribbin now?
I'm just eating this loaf of bread.
oh, he's in like the dungeon. I
Oh.
think the dungeon in the castle.
No, there's
okay,
there's
good.
no way he didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah, I mean that's what we figured. He was like, well, like I'm doing this thing where I'm helping people detox, and we're like, that kind of doesn't make up for cannibalism, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way a person doesn't know there's been humans butchered up like 15 feet behind them. There's no way you're just unaware of that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your kitchen.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like Dareth ran this establishment. You know, Cribbin.
Yeah,
I mean, like-
Cribbin presumably has a high passive perception.
I mean, I hope.
I mean that like devilly guy is like, you know, he was the one who put Criven in charge of the place. So
Oh
like,
shit, you're
we
right.
again really should have figured, but you know, you like, get caught up in the moment and.
Plus those eggs were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes up for it.
Dead
So
silence.
thanks.
The ranger's just like looking at Dareth like, what?
My favorite thing about
Thank
this
you,
show is
Random Ranger, for
Okay.
that very, very informative stuff.
What'd you say your name was, Mr. Ranger?
Exposition. Nice to meet you. People call me Expo.
Okay,
Expo.
Expo, thanks.
I love when Dareth says something so stupid the whole show like record skips. Like, what?
Let's see, what
This is
Rangers
why
do
we
we
love
have?
Dareth.
Yeah.
This
We
is
have
why it's
Expo,
Andrew.
We have Edgar. We have.
Appreciation forever.
I think there's a
I
Jeremy
can
in
just-
there.
I can just picture this like in game. I can just picture us like standing on this like dirt road or Dareth saying something stupid and foot. What the?
And
fuck?
all of us just stop.
just turn. Everyone's turning around, locking eyes with him. What the hell, lad?
No, it's like
I'm
every time you
really
have a
sad
headache.
that Dareth's excellent funniness has ruined the ranger named Exposition.
I
I
appreciate
thought that was
going to
be a great joke.
No, I thought it was fantastic.
I
was just
chuckled
like,
internally
but
where
Expo,
no one can see it.
I'm all about Expo. We love you too, Johnny.
All right.
Yeah, Ecto Baggins.
So where's Jeremiah Expo?
Don't worry.
He's I think he's setting up over at the castle for the big old feast thing. Like I think that shit's gonna kick off at like noon, and he like looks at his watch, goes, no, that's not it. Looks up at the sky, and then he's like, I don't know, like in an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
I didn't sleep that long, did I?
Apparently.
Alright, well, I was fucking
In total,
tired.
in total fairness to us, we did, and he kind of like cracks his shoulder a bit. We did quite a lot yesterday. I actually got my shoulder to crack. doing
It was
that, my
good.
bad.
All right, let's head to the courtyard. You want to come with
Expo?
Um,
The feast?
yeah, I mean, I could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah, let's go.
Well,
I put my arm
like,
around him.
the feast isn't, you know, like, people, right?
No. Like, I mean, you think
I was
that we
gonna-
saw that, arrested the guy who was doing it, and we're like,
I'm
oh, we
just-
can't let that go to waste, like, for real?
I'm just, you know,
Well,
for
we
the
don't
sake
have
of...
No,
refrigerators.
we're also not eating bugbears in case you need to be assured
Thank
of
you,
that.
thank you. I appreciate all of
Yeah.
that. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's food, though.
I mean, it's gonna be that fucking like weird demon food, but like, and he points out like to like the kind of rolling hills in the distance, and you see that like it looks like just about everyone in the town is like out working the fields, and it's a concerted effort of unseeding everything that is currently planted, and like tilling and then replanting is what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just, like, looking at Expo and just, like, eat bread.
So I mean, like, you know, it's like weird and demony, but we figured, you know, it'd be a shame to waste like all of the food out there. So like, we're just doing this big reset, and we're gonna throw all of the food into the feast and just eat it tonight, and then we'll have, you know,
Do you think that's
like
safe?
new, not demony food.
Uh,
I mean, we
well, it's
survived
not
on for
nutritious.
3 months on it. It's just not nutritious, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
guess.
tasty.
Alright, well, fair enough.
Well, come on, Expo. Let's go to the
can I,
feast.
Let's go to this feast. What's going on, Ben?
Johnny? Can I roll a nature check to know about soil toxification?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I don't. That's 2 + 1, 3.
I'll take care of this.
I don't think I know enough about agriculture.
Dareth knows.
Yeah, you're way too fancy. for
Dareth was raised on a farm.
I was.
Oh, were you?
I literally was. That is
Oh.
my backstory.
Were you?
I think That'd be a 17 nature. 17 nature.
Dareth, you do know about this, and I'm just gonna combine that with the fact that you have a vague understanding of Arcana, that you don't think whatever could like anything that you could like pour on the ground that would create something big like that would be consumed in the process of making the thing big, and would probably not like have much of a residual in the soil.
So they'll probably be fine. Got it.
Johnny didn't say no.
He told me what I know, so
All right.
I believe what I know.
Yeah, that is what your internal monologue says.
All right.
So then Eden asks out loud, "Does that seem safe? Aren't there now pollutants in the soil?" Or
I don't think so.
oh,
It should be fine.
Now you.
Oh wow, are you a farmer, man?
I grew up on a farm, actually.
Cool. And Expo like goes in for a high five.
I high five him.
That's enough for Eden.
I rolled a 12 on my performance check to high five him.
It was an okay high five.
Oh.
There wasn't that solid clap.
It was like.
Your hand doesn't hurt.
Good.
Oh.
Dareth saying that he was raised on a farm is enough for Eden.
You would know that. Well,
I would know alternate universe you did.
I don't.
Oh,
now
maybe.
I'm very
I don't know.
curious what you know.
Yeah.
To settle this,
I don't think I knew that.
alternate universe Dareth was raised by aristocratic parents.
Shit.
All right, you know what? So then, yeah,
that
I'll
were
play
bakers.
that out. Eden goes, "What? You what? What are you?
Yeah.
Like what kind of farm?"
I think it was wheat. Mostly wheat. It's been a long time, of course.
Oh no, sure. Huh? Eden doesn't say anything more. He's just trying to.
If you two are done taking trips down memory lane, I'm gonna head to the feast. Come on, Expo. Let's
Eden
go.
doesn't say anything further. He's just trying to composite these two Dareths into one Dareth.
You head towards the castle. You see, as you're approaching, you can see Declan and a number of rangers are up around the ramparts of the castle. Declan is like doing everything from directing groups of rangers to like strategic parts of the ramparts, like you guys go over there, you guys go over there, all the way down to like really pitsy shit, like making sure they're all standing up straight and like straightening their shirts for them. You notice that most of the rangers are wearing nicer clothes than they normally would, almost as though somebody prestidigitated all of their clothes clean.
Nice.
But you also notice that despite him being like very yelly and bossy and shit like that, every time he like finishes with a group, he sets down a small plate of snacks and then like moves on to the next group.
Does he seem to be happy?
I mean, he seems to be a stern fuck that's commanding troops.
Yeah, but you know, like
Not out of the ordinary.
If he's
Okay.
especially happy, he's not letting on. Like the most extremely happy seeming thing about him is that he left snacks.
nice.
As you get closer to the castle, you see multiple cartfuls of giant food are being taken through the like main entrance, like in a stream down from the fields. You also see that the people in the fields are beginning to like kind of round up whatever work they're doing, and a few of the people are just like milling in from the fields from all directions, almost as though the party is about to start.
Where's Jeremiah?
I'm getting there.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
not inside the castle yet.
Oh, okay.
As you get inside the castle, you see all of these different tables set up as like general seating. You see a very large table kind of running the length of the left wall that just has like, there's kegs of beer. Some of them are tapped on the table. A few of them are just like kind of set off to the side. You see like multiple pitchers of wine. On the other side, you just see like all of this food is set up and plates are being like in the process of being brought out like initially. So it's not like fully set yet. Directly in front of you, there's an elevated stage with a long table that is obviously like a table of honor. And there's wee name placards on it, and any of you with especially good long distance vision can make out your names on the right hand side. In the center of the courtyard is a large fire pit. You see Gulscythe is standing at the fire pit, just sort of staring into the fire with his back towards the entrance. Maribeth is in a beautiful ball gown, off towards the wine table with a few injured rangers kind of just drinking and laughing with them.
That beautiful wine gown is not going to hide her shitty personality.
Jeremiah is at the center of the raised up table, and there's sort of a line of people curving around the place, lined up to see him, and he's shaking hands, and people are giving him advice or just praising him or complaining about something already, since he's supposed to be vaguely in charge. And most notably, behind the table, a large red tapestry hangs that just has a profile picture of Forehorn and text below that says "The Hero of Amphale."
Guys, I feel like we're kind of underdressed.
As you enter the actual courtyard itself, Jeremiah kind of looks past who he's talking to and pats them on the shoulder to sorry, I'm gonna stop talking to you for a second.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he stands up, raises his glass in the air, and just sort of nods at you guys, and everyone currently milling around the courtyard turns to face you, except Gulscythe, who is still just staring into a fire. And everyone starts clapping, they're raising drinks, you hear a few whistles, and the entire place is just cheering your entrance.
Eden kind of raises his hand in sort of a high wave to get people's attention, thank you, I acknowledge this. But please shut up.
Dareth bows.
After a moment, all of the excitement dies down.
Oh,
Dareth what?
Bows.
that's so fucking in character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Vermal's just nodding with a small smile.
Is there anything more in character than me going, I accept your praise, but please stop, and you going, thank you, I know, I won.
You also notice Tordek is already sitting at a table with his hand on his chin as Percy continues asking questions and just has a clipboard, and it's just oh yeah, I'm just and Tordek's just fuck my life. And when that happens, he looks over at you guys oh, you get cheered for.
Why is Tordek not at the main? Is Tordek at the main table?
He's just sitting with Percy right now,
Oh, okay.
with a beer.
Is Tordek interactable today?
I mean, vaguely, but why would you do that to me?
Alright, let's all go have a nice long conversation with Tornak.
So, what'd you think of the latest Star Wars? Thought Solo underperformed.
Tordek dimension doors away.
Oh shit! Did Pippin just cast Dimension Door? Did you see that?
Star Wars.
I mean, I don't know. They just leveled up. You have no idea.
Star Wars is, again, a series of plays in this world.
So I'm going to go over to Jeremiah. Kind of wave at him. So, what's the plan?
He's looks at the line of people in front of him. I mean, the plan for you, lad, is that you can relax a bit, I guess. Wait for everybody to arrive. I have to make a speech, which I'm not looking forward to. And then he realizes that he said that out loud and turns and smiles at the person standing right next to him.
At least there's not a
Be
hot
right
mic.
back with you.
At least there's
Why
not
don't
a
you-
hot mic, so we can just go well, fuck these people. And that gets broadcast to the entire area.
Sit down, relax. You've done enough.
I'm gonna actually be contrary on that, and I was just so Jeremiah, I mean, I appreciate that, we've done enough, but was Criven the mole?
His eyes kind of go wide, and he leans in and is could we not talk about this in front of a line full of people? Criven is in the prison, or in the dungeon of the castle, and we know about things that he was and was not involved in.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sorry, I just, work.
And then you see like 3 people walk up to him like, what happened with Criven? And he's just like, fuck me.
Hashtag justice for Criven.
And I was just like, Jeremiah should totally be in charge.
Yeah, he was a cannibal, but he's also super likable. So balances out.
So
as you guys
A joke.
as you guys are coming down from the elevated table, like Criven, or not Criven, Gulscythe sort of snaps out of it and like waves.
Hi.
You notice now that you can see his face that he looks like older than normal. He also looks like clean, but like old, like his eyes are sunken in. He doesn't look like he's doing like great.
Prison will do that to you.
He was in there for a night.
You okay?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You okay, Gulscythe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like grabs Dareth's like shoulder. Thank you for believing in me, man. For trusting me even when my closest friends doubted. I have a gift for you. It's not like much, but and he takes out of his pocket one of his flasks and he unscrews the top and he pours out its contents onto the ground and then like shakes it a few times to make sure it's empty, and he screws it back and he like hands it to you.
I take it. Is it
you
just
know,
a flask?
It's just an empty flask now.
Okay.
You know, like a guy can only stumble for so long before he either falls down or stands up.
So I'm passing my alcoholism on to you.
Well, thank you, Gulscythe. I'm glad.
Yeah, and you can tell he's like trying to not cry in front of you, and he's like, yeah, you know, like I just you should talk to the others, and then he dimension doors.
Holy shit.
Folks,
and
never
you
have
notice
that anxiety.
As he dimension doors away, all of the guards on the ramparts are like, what the fuck is that?
It's okay, false alarm, it's just Gulscythe.
No, it's not a false alarm. He's totally dimension dooring.
He is, but that doesn't mean you should shoot him.
At that, you see Declan has now like become aware of your presence there, and he just shouts "Vermal" and sort of motions.
Oh, I'm totally going over there. I've been waiting for that.
Can I want to grab a bottle off a table and be like, Eden, throw this in the air and I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Eden grabbed the whole.
As I'm walking over to Declan, you're gonna do that? That's awesome.
No,
here's
we're
what's
playing
gonna
this out.
happen.
Oh,
I
okay.
need the doctor and Dareth to both roll d20.
I hate you. Shit, I just.
It's a celebration.
Motherfucker, where's my die?
These are persuasion checks.
I don't like this. I don't like where this is going.
I don't know where your die went. Here, use this one.
Oh, whatever. I guess I lost my D20 today, y'all. I only bought that one 2 years ago. For why? For persuasion?
For persuasion.
Okay, good thing I have -1 charisma.
Cool, you can't pass it.
Okay, cool. That was a 3.
That'd be a 21 for me.
Cool. We'll come back to that.
Wait, hold up. Are we doing the thing where I toss the bottle up in the air?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna shoot
No,
it.
I said we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hold
Like-
up. In advance, Eden adamantly refuses to do that.
Oh!
We'll come back to that.
Sick.
Oh,
Vermal.
Terra, I think it's by your foot.
Oh.
You were
Blends in
saying,
with the
Johnny?
carpet. Anyway, I'm going to Declan. Am I there yet?
Yeah, you walk up several flights of stairs up to the ramparts. You're now on the ramparts. Declan is like leaning against the rampart, sort of like just like watching over the party area as, you know, everyone's sort of filing in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's totally doing that thing that I would totally be doing.
Yeah. I've had a long think on your reticence to tell me what I want to know about you. And he's just like like not even looking at you, just like as soon as you're next to him, he starts talking.
Mm-hmm.
There are two types of secrets. The kind you want to keep in, and then he looks at you directly in the eyes, and the kind you don't dare to let out. Thanks for being here. And he just like goes back to scanning.
Oh, you've reached an understanding. Without explicitly saying you're from another dimension.
Well, did I ever let that part out?
No. I think it's nice that... I think it's nice.
Yeah.
Are we back to our bullshit now?
Hey,
Or...
let me do
Let
something
Let
this
Terra
episode.
have a
I
moment.
thought the scene was over. I'm sorry. Continue.
Grief. Although, yes, I want to watch you blow something up. Don't get me
I said
wrong.
we'll get back to that.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
Uh,
the scene wasn't over.
Okay. You know,
Thank you for being here.
Declan, I'm happy to have met you. And we didn't exactly get off correctly at first, but I'm really glad that you stayed here and saw this thing through.
I am too.
Also, check it out. And then I'm like gonna pull out my sword and I'm like, it's just glowing now.
Well, it seems like you picked up a new trick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty color, don't you think?
Nice reddish purple.
Yeah, I like it. And then I put it away. So, yeah.
Well, I actually quite appreciate that you're learning new tricks that aren't my tricks, so maybe not so many people will think I taught you. And
Yeah.
he sort of smirks slightly but doesn't look at you.
That's completely an implied wink, is what that is. Like, yeah, we wouldn't want anybody making that mistake. Alright, I'm currently sober, and I just hit him in the shoulder a little bit and start
The
to walk off.
moment you hit him in the shoulder, you hear Eden cry out, "No, wait, don't!" And Dareth throws a bottle up into the air and Eldritch blasts at it. Dareth, give me an attack roll.
Sick.
I hate you.
That would be a 23, my friend.
The Eldritch Blast goes straight up, hits the bottle, and it explodes in the air. All of the archers on the ramparts are like, "What the fuck?" and Vermal, you see Declan just put his hand on his forehead.
Let's see how many I can do.
No.
Starts pointing to the Rangers. You two, throw bottles in the air.
Pull.
and I just
Could you take care of that, please?
I just sort of sigh and I'm like, yeah, I guess I need to go take care of them too.
Well, this is a celebration, right? We're just gonna sit around being all stuffy.
Am I understanding correctly that you're like up a bit in elevation?
I'm just
from us?
like, oh yeah, like
Okay.
at least 25 feet in the air over y'all. I'm imagining
well,
ramparts
you're
being what
you're
they
on a
are.
surface. You're not just flying directly over us.
No, I'm not
No, but-
hovering.
Yeah. Okay. And then
No, but seriously, you need to get him to stop. Greg is still very traumatized that
Yeah,
he killed his
yeah.
friend.
Yeah,
I would like
and
to
I'm just gonna like, I'm on it.
I
I'm
would like
on
to
it for
suggest that
Declan.
as you're
Okay,
looking down-
God, and yeah, and then I head directly towards you, and I think I'm gonna try to just like grab you by the scruff of the neck and guide you to your seat. I'm gonna try.
Sitting down?
I'm gonna try.
I would like to suggest that, like, as you were looking down initially, during the "wait, no" part, you can kind of see Eden playing what looks to be like basketball defense. Like, no.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I was imagining happened.
Well,
I'm
please,
so
what?
glad that you're there
What?
with me.
What? Give me the.
She's like, give me the thing. She's like, no, wait.
This is supposed to be a celebration. Let's not just sit down at a table and be all stuffy. Let's do
Sit.
fun shit.
Sit. We've got other shit to do. Like, Jeremiah's got a speech, okay? So, like, come on. Observe some formality. You're the one who said we should have dressed up.
I said we were underdressed. Yeah.
Can I roll to wrestle the bottle away from him?
I'm gonna DM caveat that Vermal has successfully done that, and they're like arguing with each other, and the doctor's just kind of standing to one side, like, I'm too fucking tired for this.
Can Eden, not by sleight of hand, but can Eden like so gently take it out of Vermal's hands, uncork it, take a swig, and put it back?
Wait, what?
Not like a sleight of hand.
I'll give you the
What's in my
first
hand?
half of that.
The bottle
That like
I was trying to throw in the air.
Oh, no, I was grabbing you by the scruff of the neck. Oh, okay, so I grabbed the bottle out of your hand.
and I will give you that I think Vermal would hand it to you.
Yeah, I'm not saying
yeah,
sleight of
like
hand. I'm
here-
like, can I have
Yeah,
that thing?
and then you
Put
you can uncork it and take a swig of it.
Mhm.
And now you have a bottle in your hand as you watch these two argue.
As I fulfill a stereotype.
Okay, but look,
You also-
after the speech, though, I got some shit I want to do.
People are fucking traumatized.
And they should celebrate tonight. They should have a good time. And what better way to do that than with
The key
antics?
word being tonight.
Yeah, after the speech.
You should
I
blow
said.
shit
After the
up
speech.
tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna blow shit
Yeah,
up tonight.
soldiers love
You know, when
fireworks.
people are sleeping.
Yeah, fireworks.
No, lad, that was greatly sarcastic.
Also,
soldiers do
it'll
not like
look
fireworks.
prettier at night.
That's true too.
And it's just noon.
That's true.
You know, so wait like a good 8 hours. And
Okay.
hopefully forget.
Wine isn't
No.
phosphorus. Wine isn't phosphorus. It's not going to light up. It's just going to blow up.
Eldritch Blast do look cool. I know you don't like
Yeah.
them. Come on now.
All right, tonight though we're gonna celebrate,
Mm-hmm.
and I got some new shit to show you. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I'm like holding out my sword. I'm like, new shit's cool.
That's
And then-
cool.
Yeah, is that not cool?
It's glowing.
Look at the color.
This is
So
this is
good.
nice. You got new spells, I guess. You got a glowing sword. I have new trauma. we all got something out of the last session.
Tordak, what did you get?
I believe Tordek's in another dimension right now.
What's Pippin doing?
Pippin's following Dareth around
Hell yes.
Good boy.
because Pippin is also annoyed by Percy.
Perfect.
But you know,
Um,
it's more socially acceptable for a pig to just leave a conversation.
All right.
So, Dareth and Vermal. Vermal, I'm assuming you're still pulling him over towards the seating area.
Oh no, I thought I got you to the yeah. I would like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're sitting
as
at the
they're
table
walking
still.
away, the doctor is tapped on the shoulder
That's me.
and turns around to see Meredith.
Oh, what's this new character?
Maribeth.
There we go.
She looks really tired, but is like
Hey, bro. same.
clearly in a good mood. But like heavy bags under the eyes. Her eyes are no longer bloodshot red. And she sort of like makes sure that no one else is around and says, I'm sorry about my outburst. I do legitimately believe that I was able to save more people than I would have otherwise with that drug, but it did make me a bit irritable, I think. And you notice that she sort of like falters a bit and like has to steady herself against the table. So sorry.
Hey. I'll see you in court for assault. No, no, I'm not gonna sue her, obviously.
Don't.
But
She
boy,
kills you.
She casts power word kill.
that's fair. 2, fight me. Oh, I should probably heal myself since we slept.
Oh yeah, we got one. Rest.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know how to type.
3 = 4.
Yeah, I'm real bad at typing today, y'all.
Come on, doctor. You're having a moment.
Yeah, sure am. It's the battlefield is a stressful place. I understand. Don't worry about it. We did the best that we could, and we did it together. That's all matters.
And she, in one of her hands, you now see she has like a wine glass in each hand, and she hands you one of them.
I put down the bottle.
And after she hands it to you, she like cheerses your glass and says, "We earned this. We can rest more tomorrow." And then like takes a big swig.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to unwind from that one, but I'm sure this will help. Cheers.
Yeah. And then she just kind of winks and starts walking away, and then she like stops a few steps away and turns around. Oh, and she looks less happy now. I think you should have this. I don't think anything could have saved Rachel or Bart or Forehorn, truthfully. I know that you did what you could, and you were smart to be prepared for worse. I was thinking this morning, in the light of sobriety, that through your travels you might encounter a bit more diverse range of flora than Rachel ever would have. And she takes out a small worn book. If you find the time, and she hands it over, press a few flowers. Rachel would have liked that.
He flips it open.
And just, it's about halfway full with just a bunch of like local pressed flowers.
There's quite a few empty pages in this still. I'm sure I could do something with this.
And she like holds each of your shoulders and just thank you, and then turns around to walk back towards the group of rangers that she was talking to.
Eden kind of gives a solemn nod, says, as she's leaving, I tried. That's sincere, Terra.
No, it's very you.
Okay.
It's very Eden.
Thank you. He mumbles to himself I tried again, and then walks away, kind of flipping through the first half of the book and admiring what's already been done. Because Eden does not know how to press flowers and needs examples. But he's also appreciating the work of a dead person.
Yeah.
God damn it, Johnny, you got me
Oh,
upset
just wait.
about a flower.
Oh, Johnny's not done.
I am so not done. As you all take your seats, Jeremiah, like you can see that just about everyone is filled in. People have started getting plates of food and drink and are starting to get seated.
Shit, I didn't get any food.
You guys are sitting at the table of honor. You've been served food.
Mm-hmm.
So you each have a plate of like just a fuck ton of different food and like wine or beer at your choosing. Tordek, as soon as somebody suggested like, hey, you should probably take your seat up at the thing, he was just like, yes, and like just sped walk away from Percy.
Pleasure talking to you. Goodbye.
Pippin even has a giant plate of all of this like great, amazing food. And Jeremiah stands up, clinks a knife against his metal wine glass, and sort of gets everyone's attention. Firstly and foremost, we raise a glass to those who are not here to drink with us. Many of our siblings lay in the infirmary, and many more in the morgue. We all know that our time in this world is limited, and that eventually all of us will end up underneath some sheet, never to wake up. And yet, it is always a surprise when it happens to someone we know. It's like walking up the stairs in the dark and thinking there is one more stair than there is. Your foot falls through the air, and there is a sickly moment of surprise as you try and readjust the way you thought of things. And he motions his hand towards the tapestry. This would have been where I expressed my determination to sit our dear Forehorn upon the throne of Amphale. Instead, it's the part where I am expected to deliver a eulogy. There's no soft way to go from mourning a friend to speaking about the future. So I will do both at once. And he takes a big drink of wine.
Mood.
Leaders are not, as we are often led to think, people who go along with huge crowds following behind them. Leaders are people who go their own way without caring or without even looking to see. Leadership qualities, as such, are not the qualities that enable people to attract followers. but those that enable that they do without them. It is with that in mind that the throne of Amphail shall sit symbolically empty until such a time we find a leader worthy, and force them kicking and screaming onto that God's forsaken chair. Until such a time we shall retain this council and hold regular council elections. And he raises his glass again to the hero of Amphail, and the whole crowd stands and is cheering and clapping and whistling and all of this stuff.
Yay!
Us too.
Yeah.
Eden shouts out a very loud "I lad" and whacks his chest.
I nudge Eden and say, now, pull!
Absolutely. He lowers the bottle back to the ground. Absolutely not.
Vermal, you get a very panicked look towards the door from Tordek. And as you look over towards the open gate of the castle, you see a very familiar looking woman who is not blue this time, filing her nails, leaning against the gate.
Terra's sitting next to me, right?
Yep.
On my left or my right?
On your... No, so Dareth would be on your right, Eden on his right.
Okay.
Hmm?
I hit you on the shoulder. Look, over there.
I look.
You see a very familiar blonde woman who is not blue this time.
This is the one. This is Midori.
Yep. Just like disguised.
Got it. What is everyone else? So is everyone else still cheering and
Yep.
like distracted?
Yeah.
I'm going to excuse myself from the table and make my way towards the doorway.
After waiting just a moment so it doesn't look like you're all just like getting up at once.
Oh, yeah.
It gets up and goes that direction with Pippin.
Mm-hmm. And... Eden? Hey.
Oh, are you in character?
Yeah, Eden.
Eden,
You're next.
Yeah, Eden puts the wine down and looks over. What? What's the deal?
Mm-hmm. We got company.
Ah, bollocks.
Yeah, try not to make it obvious.
Eden puts the wine bottle back down on the table because glasses are for squares. Puts the wine bottle back on the table and kind of gets his Aiken back up and moves over to her.
I like that Maribeth even gave you a glass and you were just like, all right, cool, yeah. And then set
you
it
just
down.
pour
and
like
went
the
back
glass
to
into the bottle.
Thank you so much. This is really important. Muzzle top.
Is Shadow?
Are you headed over there?
Yes. No, I walked to join the group.
Okay. Is there anything on the table that is stiffer than wine?
There is not. It's just wine and beer.
God damn it. Alright, then I just...
There's some relish in your bag. Probably do something.
Yeah, I was looking for scotch or something, but that's fine.
I mean, if you want to get fucked up, I mean...
No,
some
just...
Expired relish might
just
be the trick.
enough. Is it expired?
It's gotta be at this point.
This is not a canon conversation. I've been thinking about that relish all week, though. Anyway.
What is this program?
Is Shadow with me? I look around for Shadow.
He sure is.
Okay. Just following along?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I haven't drank anything, and after all of that bread, filled up on bread.
Need those carbs.
They work. And also, there's no trustworthy meat nearby.
Yeah, also, you do notice that every dish is vegetarian.
Yeah. Oh, hell yes. Smart.
That's fair.
Very smart. Well, I imagine that's what Four Horns would have wanted anyway.
He didn't strike me as the vegetarian type.
He loves fucking animals. They're so like
What?
his
Oh.
thing.
He was
What?
canon vegetarian.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really talk to him. Again.
Yeah. Anyway, point being,
You just gonna skip past the fact that you said.
I'm gonna slide. I'm just gonna do a thing of wine, just a sip, and then head over, inconspicuously, hopefully.
As you all converge on the gate, Fourhorn is making like a big show of taking out.
Oh god,
Fourhorn's not
back.
doing anything.
There's a zombie. Kill it.
Jeremiah
Thank
is
you.
making a big show of bringing out Fourhorn's cask of kombucha that he made, and they're like pouring small tasters of it to people. Like we're lining up, and a couple of bards start playing a tune, and people are dancing.
Fucking hipsters.
Paul.
Son of a bitch, Dad.
And as soon as you're all at Midori, she goes, "Your friends are so cute. For one deep pain, here we see hundreds of reliefs." Right, now that this whiny crybaby bullshit is settled, pack your shit and get to Waterdeep. You've wasted enough time already. And then she flicks her fingers and just like disappears in a puff of smoke.
Well, it sounds like we have to go.
Yeah.
I'm not too keen to take orders from her, but I'm not entirely sure we have to refuse.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, we
Like
don't
we got
terribly
a
have
choice, Eden.
I mean, the alternative is we'd be dead right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, that assumes we'd just be dead and not tortured for eternity or some bullshit.
Fair enough, but I mean, that's not any
I don't-
better.
Yeah, I don't really want to be hauling a rock up a hill for eternity, understand?
Nope.
We're mixing our religious metaphors today.
It's all myth. It's all myth and legend.
You know that popular play, the Bible?
Say your goodbyes?
I mean, we kind of already did.
No.
Well, I
Say
mean,
your
shit,
goodbyes.
if we just slipped out right now, maybe it'd be better.
We'll be back one day, I'm sure.
Maybe. We don't know that.
Um,
I mean, they're all celebrating. We don't want to bring the mood down by saying, okay, bye. But if we just, quietly slip
just
out the
be
back.
quiet about your goodbyes. You don't have to announce it to fucking everybody.
Everybody's gathered. We're called the heroes of Amphail.
Quit while we're ahead. Is
I'm
that
just
your
saying that
perspective?
maybe we don't make a big deal of it.
Tordek is just standing there with his head on his hand on his forehead, and he just goes, "We have to get Percy."
Why?
We did technically offer to take him with us.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
Tordek,
trust me, lad. I wish we hadn't.
Tordek, just go grab Percy. Tell him you want to talk about the gun, but do it outside because it's too loud in here.
I can't believe we adopted an NPC and I forgot about it.
Tordek goes back, finds Percy, and is like, "Hey, just like come here for a second. I want to show you a crossbow gun trick." Percy's like, "Yeah, okay," and he like grabs his clipboard, and comes over like super excitedly. What are you all got? What are the rest of you guys doing out here?
Do you got the
I'm
pack?
gonna go back to Jeremiah. Actually.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. You're gonna wait for me.
I'll engage with Percy in the meantime since he asked us a question. Do you got the pack with you, lad? Is there anything you need?
I mean, I've got that whole wagon.
Oh, that's true. Where are you parked?
There's
That's not a weird question.
No, that's awesome. It's completely awesome.
It's like in some bushes just outside of town, and then we took all my stuff out of it and we put it in the workshop so that I had a workshop.
How
So we gotta pack it
how
up.
soon do you think you could pack things up? We're aiming to hit the road, I'm afraid.
I mean, by myself it'd take me a while, but like if you guys gave me some stuff to lift, are we not staying for the party?
I'm afraid the road calls us onward. Dara, would you mind? You're a big strapping lad, ain't you?
No. But I can try.
Yeah, but you're not 50 like me, so I'm
Are
not
you
50.
50?
No, I'm not 50. I'm like
I am 5'4" and weigh 115
I
pounds.
think wait, hold up. My character sheet is right here. Let's
Wow,
find out
you
my
are
age.
light.
I am.
You are light.
I'm canonically 37.
I'm gonna have to change your drawing because no.
You
Just
think
put me down a little
you think
bit.
you might be able to help out the lad here while
I
the
can
rest of us?
try.
You won't.
Sure.
Wait, which one of you wanted to say goodbye and which one?
I'm
didn't?
going. I'm
Yeah,
already
Vermal
gone.
already
I'm
left.
headed
You were
towards
like, let's fuck off.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
let's rejoin Vermal then.
Whoa,
Vermal,
hold up.
you are back up on the platform,
Mhm.
and there is nothing between you and Jeremiah because half of the table is empty. And when he sees you, he sort of looks at you like,
I'm gonna lean over and just whisper so that nobody else besides him hears.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to get going, and it was really nice to it's really nice to see this through, and I think you're gonna do quite well with this town. You should do quite well with this town, but for reasons beyond our control, we have to leave.
He looks like instantly really sad, and with his one good arm pulls you in for a like tight hug.
Total hug back.
And he just says into your ear while you're hugging, basically like, I know better than to ask questions at this point. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were sent by he who was. Obviously, you've got a higher calling. Best of luck to you. Godspeed.
More like a lower calling, if you know what I mean.
I resist the urge to say something similar.
I cast a message and say that in your
I
head.
completely... You do not have the Gemini ring.
Yeah, you
No, I have the message spell, though. But I didn't hear any of
But
that.
you can't hear any of that. Terra.
You're like 60
no,
feet
I can
away.
roll a perception check now.
There's like a 2-second boss. This is Terra, by the way.
Anyway, I hope I see you again, Jeremiah.
I hope that too, lass.
And then I take my leave and hook up with y'all.
Jeremiah, as you're leaving, does a really good job of like directing everyone's attention sort of like up towards the table as you're walking away, so that no one's like, oh hey, what's Vermal doing?
Hell yes. Good job, buddy.
I would like to, like, as he's turning around, if I can get his last moment of eye contact and just kind of raise up a single hand. Just, whoops, let me do it on this side so the camera can see just a little. Hey. You know, just from the distance. I acknowledge this. Sorry, we have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Just as he's turning around.
Oh.
Cool.
And as I approach the door, so it's like the main gate of the yard, and I'm imagining that like oh shit, Declan. I imagine that Declan is like just overseeing things up there still.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna shoot him up as I'm leaving.
He nods approvingly.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well, bye. No, I mean...
Lead the way, Percy.
So you guys follow Percy back to the Resistance hideout. When you get there, there's already one ranger or two rangers helping to load up Percy's wagon. And when they see you, they like kind of stop, like, because they've got like Percy's shit. They're like, orders from Declan.
Can I insight that? That would be an 11.
You believe it.
All right, well, we'll get the rest of it.
Cool. And they help you load up the wagon with the rest of the stuff.
Sweet. What time is it? Like 1?
By now, it's about 2:30, half 2.
Oh, shit. We should get going.
Well, this town was an absolute hellhole. But, you know.
It isn't anymore.
It isn't anymore.
I know that we were here.
No, it's still kind of shitty. But I trust the citizens.
They will
this time.
rebuild.
I'm trying to say something
emotional.
emotional.
You
Don't worry about it. Well, this place sure was a fucking hellhole, but I don't know. I have faith in this place. I'm sure the citizens will put it back to what it ought to be. I feel weird saying this because every experience we had here was absolutely miserable, but I think I might miss this place.
I think miss is an overstatement, but...
I'll miss the people, I guess.
We made friends.
Actually, fuck the
them.
town. I'll miss the people. That's not it.
I mean, a lot of the people were kind of shitty too, but...
That's... Yeah, but... You know. All we've really got...
We'll miss the 5 people.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, all we've really got is what's happened to us, and this is really the only thing that's happened to us in this world, so... I don't know. I'm making memories where I can. Does anyone want to accompany me to the battlefield? I need to pick up my hammer.
I always
We can
miss
stop
this
by
place.
there on the way out.
Alright. Is that on our way? Am I being inconvenient?
Sure.
No, Waterdeep is to the south, and the prison is to the south.
Oh, good. It's another way. I just asked the GPS unit over here.
Why did you leave your hammer on the field?
I got swept up in the moment. No, it was weighing that fucker's heavy. It was weighing me down. I needed to tend to the patients.
Got it.
While you guys are talking, a ranger with a large like duffel bag around their shoulder, and like a leg in a cast, walking on a crutch, walks up to the group. Doctor, a few of us were told that you lot were leaving by Declan, and told to make sure it was a quick and easy process for you. And then he swings the duffel bag around, like leaning on the crutch, and opens it and pulls out your hammer. I think you dropped this.
Bloody hell, I sure did.
And when you take it, he kind of like looks down at his leg, and he looks up at you, and he goes, "Thanks for the work on my leg there."
Of course. It's my job.
And he just sort of like nods and is obviously like a little emotional about you guys leaving, and just hobbles off.
Make sure to keep that thing elevated. And, keep the pressure on it, and don't change the bandages every like 3 days or so if you can.
Don't change the bandages every 3 days. Got it.
I'm not a doctor. Ben Hamlin, am not a doctor.
I can tell.
What?
No, but that's how I'm ending the scene. I'm kind of shouting out instructions.
Yeah, that's good.
I imagine the doctor just like starts off like talking medical instructions, and the guy is still walking away, and you just progressively get louder and start like yelling.
Compress.
That's
Oh yeah, and also this. Oh yeah, and also this.
So what time did you say it was? Sorry.
About half 2.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, so it's still early.
Ish.
Alright. Well, let's get as far as we can, and then we'll set up camp for the night.
Yeah. Let's get going.
So you guys get going, and it's pretty smooth moving because you've got a wagon. So like,
Yeah.
if you wanted to set your backpack in the wagon or whatever, like you can travel pretty light and just like walk quickly next to it. Somebody give me a D100 roll.
Fuck that.
Vermal's got it.
30.
The second one. You need the 10s and the 1s.
Yeah. The 10s?
Yeah.
There you are.
34.
34.
Cool. You make your travel without any interruption, and after about 4 hours, the sun is setting, and you are finally approaching the city walls of Waterdeep.
Sweet.
So let's head in.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought we were further away than that, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna make it today, but cool. It's like 6:30. That's not bad.
Yep. You notice first and foremost that there is a newer sort of outset like troll wall, and then like a rolling field, like sort of like a rolling field, and then there's the like super large ancient walls of the city.
Sweet.
Have any of you ever been here before?
They all look the same.
Percy, have you been here before?
Percival?
Yeah, no, I'm from Neverwinter, and this is my first time away from Neverwinter. So I mean, to be honest, I have a pretty poor opinion of everywhere that is Neverwinter at this point.
Oh.
Because Phandalin sucked, Amphale sucked. I have to assume Waterdeep will suck.
Oh, come on, be optimistic.
I mean, it's pretty big.
It is.
I mean, maybe we can find some part of it that doesn't suck.
Yes, that's a good hope.
So I want to pull everybody kind of like to the back area to have a private conversation as far away from Percy as we can.
You want to have a not Percy conversation?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Are we all riding in the wagon? Like, what's happening? I kind of assumed I was walking.
I never actually said that I was walking, so I assume I'm in the wagon.
I was totally in the wagon.
Well, because the wagon's presumably full of a lot of his junk, right?
Yeah, like there isn't room for you in the wagon. There's
Alright,
room
then we're
for
walking.
you to put
Why
your
do we even
bag
have
in.
the wagon?
Oh,
Okay, so we can pretty easily
okay, cool.
kind of fall
Then we
back.
were walking. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, we fall back behind a little bit so that Percy isn't in hearing range.
Pippin's still keeping him company, so it's not weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Pippin is like sitting on the like where like the wagon driver sits. Like
Exactly.
Pippin is sitting shotgun.
Pippin is totally
Good boy.
shotgun. Awesome. What's up, Dareth?
Well, I figured we should discuss what we're here for.
Do any of us know?
Well, they kind of told us. If my notes made any sense, I would be able to tell you.
I mean, it seems canon that Dareth wouldn't have sensible notes.
Actually,
Johnny, jog my memory because I, Ben Hamlin, am kind of stupid. Waterdeep was one of our original quest points that was offered to us back in the
Yes.
Phandalin bar.
hold on.
That
I
is
have
where
notes.
Midori told you to go by way of Amphale.
Kill Balsabol? That's what I have written
I've
down.
got who's cutting the budget. We're looking for Bazabul. He's a slug thing.
Big slug thing. Infiltrated.
In
or something like
Waterdeep, near Thornhold.
So you would know that the more direct
Keep up
route
Thorn.
from Phandalin to Waterdeep would have taken you through a place called Thornhold.
There we go.
Got
A
it.
hold. And Midori specifically said, do not go to Thornhold. You cannot handle that.
Hey,
Okay.
good job, team.
There we go.
We obeyed a basic instruction.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to root out this person?
Are we entirely sure they're a person?
No, they're a dog.
No, we're entirely sure they're not a person.
Oh.
But they
While you guys are
disguised
talking,
themselves as a
you
person.
suddenly become aware of the sounds of another set of footsteps, and Midori is dead ass just walking behind you with a very disappointed look on her face.
Hey Midori, so anyway,
I love that you're just referring to her as like a coworker you see across the
I
office.
was like, oh hey.
As I was saying,
Anyway.
back to this water cooler. You seen Game of Thrones?
Back to what we were saying. What did Midori say about that the other day?
Well, it was a week and a. What was it? Yeah, it was
It
like
took
a
us
week
a
and a.
bit.
It was like 8 days ago.
we saw her like 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Eden looks back and goes, "Ah, boy, are we in trouble for something?"
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, it seems like you forgot what you were coming here for, so I just thought I'd refresh your memory.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect. We were
yeah.
just
Something
discussing
about that budget. There's a budget problem.
For us and the audience.
And she points off to the side, and you, for the first time, it like comes into focus as you're walking that there's a very obvious like bugbear war tribe camp set up, like just not like within visual range of both the castle wall and the bugbear camp. You are like on the trail and can see both, and that is really close for a war camp.
Yeah, that's weird.
Are we destroying?
And then she points in the other direction, and you see another war camp.
So Waterdeep's under attack.
And the council keeps cutting the budget, almost as though someone who really likes bugbears wants them in the city. Who do we know that likes bugbears, class?
Got it.
Other bugbears.
Dareth, you get an F for the day. Anybody else?
I didn't do the reading.
I mean, I tried. Nobody else is even trying.
She snaps her fingers and dunce caps appear on the doctor and Dareth.
It slides off my bald head. There's no
That's
traction.
canon. That's
Yeah.
canon.
There's no traction. Just, ew.
She looks really disappointed that her joke fell off your head.
Johnny, I'd like to propose an in-canon slide whistle sound.
I'm just gonna answer her. The people that we're gonna kill.
Good answer. It's Basil Ball.
Guess that.
He's a devil. Some of you have met him. He's the big slug guy.
Yep, I remember. I remember.
Tordek just nods.
I didn't realize our answer could be as vague as the bad guy.
I resisted saying the bad guy in favor of the people we're going to kill.
Do you know who you have to kill? Is it the final boss?
So do we know where he is? Is he part of the council? Well, obviously, that's a pretty...
I think that if a giant slug was part of a council, that somebody would probably notice that at some point. I mean, like, the Council of Waterdeep is anonymous. They do wear masks.
Right, but I guess I was saying that he's disguising himself as a human and is on the council.
Or he has humans working for him.
Maybe.
That's the more likely. 2 points for Vermal.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. Vermal's brown noser.
You don't like the education system. Wait,
I mean,
what
it kind of
points?
failed, Derek.
Okay, so we just have to find this person.
Or people.
Sure, people.
Shouldn't be too hard.
There are 27 members of the Anonymous Council of Waterdeep.
I mean, if we just go one by one, just killing them, we'll get them eventually.
They're anonymous, A. Also...
I'm sorry, did you just suggest killing 27 people?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's...
Also...
That's not what we're doing.
That's not how you root out a spy. A.
I mean, it takes care of the spy situation, right?
It...
Does it
Why
not?
didn't you suggest this in the last town, Dareth?
Because those
We
were...
could have done that.
I'm just like shaking my head.
That's probably what we should have done now that I think about it.
Derek, lad, you are correct. That will indirectly take care of the problem.
No, it's pretty direct.
I'm fairly
It is,
certain
however-
that would get the local authorities quite irate with us.
Yeah, I don't...
You know? And I don't know if you want to take on all of them, but I would let them take you on.
Yeah, we are...
if you kill all 27 members.
Yeah, I don't want to raise an alarm. We already have enough pigs on our tail.
Okay, so where do we start?
And honestly, if you did that, then Midori here might just kill you. Because you'd be effectively useless. So maybe we shouldn't kill all of the members of the council.
Midori sort of like inserts her hand between the two of you and it just goes, I don't mean to interrupt, but just to, clarify any confusion, if you think all I would do is kill you, you have grossly misunderstood the circumstances.
No, she's already done far worse to me.
Okay, so I was correct.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But it's
Well,
like,
that was in character.
all right. Yeah, so that.
Okay, so do you have a suggestion on where we start?
We start by getting in the damn city.
It's a big fucking city. Are we just gonna walk in and start asking people?
Yes.
Like, hey, do you know who the open lords are? Or the closed
How
lords?
do you get information when you don't know it?
I mean, I'm just asking if Midori has a suggestion.
Johnny, a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the bugbear camps aligned in such a way, like, is this place under siege, or are they just real fucking close?
They're just real fucking close.
Okay, but there's nothing preventing us from going inside.
Nope. As far as you can tell, the newer outer wall has open gates. Like you can see that they are open.
Okay.
What was the question, Midori?
Is there any suggestion on where we might start?
I do. There is a bookshop in the Trades Ward that we'll just say is owned by a friend. You find him, he'll get you started.
What's the bookshop called?
Mm.
Do you know what your friend is called?
I don't know if you've noticed, but we don't really say names very often.
So there's a bookshop in the Trades Ward. Is that what you said?
Yep.
So let's go to the trades ward.
I mean, I feel like it would be more helpful if we had a name or
Yeah,
something
I-
at the very least.
I know. I'm with you there, but we don't.
Bookshop in the Trade Ward is a friend.
All right. Anything else, Midori?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't fuck anything up. Don't say our names,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, you got it. Cool. And I'm gonna start.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
And then she snaps her fingers. And,
Don't think you need our permission, lass.
Yeah, I canonically like what? Yeah. Like, why are you asking me permission? I'm gonna head back up to Percy because I think we've been gone too long.
Percy is just like trying to reach over and pet Pippin, and Pippin kind of like leans away a little bit, and then he like goes back to driving the horse, and then he like tries to pet Pippin, and then Pippin leans away, and you kind of get the impression that this has been going on the entire time.
I pet Pippin.
Pippin's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And Percy looks visibly disappointed.
So I mean, first thing, we should find a place for the night, right?
It's 6:30.
Yeah, but by the time we get the wagon in there and find this place,
Well, let's see if we can find the trades district first. But yeah, we should find an inn of some sort. Yeah, we literally have 2 missions. Let's do that. It's just one thing at a time.
okay.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Because you were talking?
Oh,
we're,
it's
we're
polite.
both
Weird.
We're both on this side of the table, and you're on the opposite side of the table.
I was making eye contact?
Okay, so we head to the trade ward, or attempt to at least. We enter through.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I was about to say, do you know where the trade ward is?
No.
Cool. So you walk in through the gate that you see.
Yes.
Yes.
That.
Cool.
Let's do that.
When you walk through that gate, you're immediately, it looks almost like a fairground. There's just like a lot of like tents set up. There's a few like shambly structures. But by and large, it's like there's a bunch of wagons that have sort of parked here. As you stroll through it and get more of a feel for the space, you notice that just about every single person here is either non-human, or if they are a human, they've got, you know, like some intense facial scarring or are missing a limb or are in some way non-standard.
I like this town so far.
Just continue through.
Well,
Yeah, and
Percy
you
needs
do
a place
see
to park.
a secondary gate that is closed, and the ward is wider than it is long. So, like from the gate that you enter to get inside this ward to the next gate is not a long walk, but it looks like you could walk a considerable distance in either the left or the right direction. And it's just nothing but fairground. Like there's no open, empty part. It's just like encampments and think like Burning Man inside walls.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty compact with a lot of people. Can I see anybody who looks friendly or informative?
Pretty much everyone looks friendly.
Okay. Well, that's a bonus.
That's better than Amphail.
Yeah. I'm assuming somebody's got a little shop open. Like what kinds
Yep,
of
there
shops
is
are around?
there's on the main path to the gate. You see like it looks like a kind of a shitty shed, but it has the word shop hand painted over it. And there's a guy that's obviously doing business with passerbys.
That's adorable.
There's also a lot of like street, like, you know, those like you hold 2 sticks and you toss around another stick, like people doing shit like that. And
Oh hell yeah!
bags. And,
Double sticks.
I'm
Yeah.
very okay with this. I would like to find a shopkeeper who is not currently with a customer.
cool. I mean, there's just the one guy, and you would have to wait in line.
How long's the line?
It's like 2 people.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait my turn.
So while you're waiting in line, you notice that the guy is like super helpful and seems to make a concerted effort to talk to people in the language that they are using. So somebody walks up and are speaking like Elvish, he will attempt to speak. Do you know Elvish?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
What languages do you have?
I've got Infernal and Common.
Oh, that's it. Cool. Well, nobody speaks
Oh.
Infernal to him.
Yeah, and I've only got basic dialect Infernal, so you know.
Gotcha. So
And I don't usually use it.
you can't really tell anything other than he is talking to people in Elvish, and then like the next person in line is a dwarf, and he talks to them in Dwarvish, and then you walk up, and he just kind of smiles.
Hi.
Hi, how can I help you today?
I was hoping to what do you have to sell? And 2, I would also like some information.
I've got rations, I've got maps, I've got rope, I've got, supplies in general. It is a general store.
What kind of maps?
I've got, and he pulls out, it's sort of like a touristy looking like pamphlet. Maps of Waterdeep, of course.
Ah. Is it a good map?
It'll help you find your way from ward to ward, but honestly, the inside is changing so often. There's no real point in marking where shops are.
Oh, sure. No, just a general map then, huh?
Yep.
Good. Well, I've never been here before, so how much is that?
I can tell you've never been here before, lass. It's 5 gold.
All right, I'll take a map. And gosh, if I've got a map, I guess I don't need to ask questions about information, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah? Well, enjoy your time in the field ward.
Field ward?
Field? We're in a field. It is the field ward.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and
Eden slow
if I had
claps.
opened the map, I would know that.
Eden slow claps from the wagon.
Oh, yeah, at least I'm doing something.
The shop, when you start slow capping, the shopkeep sort of like waves and smiles to you.
Thank you for your help.
Eden made a friend.
His first.
Hey, everybody, look. Look, it's a fucking map.
I made a couple friends already. The Rock Seekers love me.
At that,
No, they don't.
to save time of me actually drawing out Waterdeep, which would be ridiculous, I
That's fine.
encourage and give permission to the players to look up general ward maps, but don't pay attention to what it says is where, because that is not going to actually be what happens.
Okay.
But the general makeup of the wards is the same as the canonic general makeup of the wards.
Mm-hmm.
The advantages of using pre-written material.
Yay!
All right, so
God, I wish I could.
Finally, I can look up something that's happening.
Yeah.
When I do that for Cursees, I have to look up actual colonial maps from 1650.
Sick.
It's a hell I built for myself.
Just so you know, though, Waterdeep dead ass is planned out to the street. Like you can seriously get like ward maps that have every single street name. Like it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
am
wonderful.
not doing that.
like the one I sent you.
Yeah, that interactive map. Fuck that.
I'm just gonna find a good map, just a rough map. Yeah, yeah, forget it. Whatever.
There's one I'll send to the chat later where you can actually like, if you hover your mouse over the map, it like highlights the ward that your mouse is over and tells you what ward it is, so you can be like, this is the trade ward, this is the north ward.
Mm-hmm. Can you just tell me how far the trade ward is from the field ward?
So from where you are, you would have to go south through about 3 other wards, so it would be a bit of a hike.
But first, we have a big door that's shut. It's to get into the next ward, correct?
Yeah, is
Yep.
that big closed door south? Yeah, okay.
So let's go see what's going on.
Yeah. Let's do that. I assume they have places to sleep in the trade ward, right?
Well, I mean, we don't have to necessarily get all the way to the trade ward tonight.
Okay.
So you approach those big doors, and there are guards on, each side of it. Lots of guards up on the rampart. They're all wearing like shiny, polished plate mail with like gold trim, full ass helmets, like big ornate spears that look like they're more for show than for fighting.
All I could think about is the guards from Speak of the Bard. That's a dumb.
Hi.
What?
What is your business in Waterdeep?
Eden is the closest thing this group has to nobility. So he... No, that's true.
No. I just think you're about to do something, and I hope you're right. Or I hope I'm right. Go for it.
All right, Terra. Eden is the closest thing this group has to nobility, and therefore he has a way to speak a little more formally than the Kansas farm boy behind him. So I'm going to say that he steps forward to the front of the wagon and just goes, "Hello there. We're looking for passage inward."
Well, then you should approach from the south like the rest of people.
I'm sorry, we're unfamiliar with Waterdeep's layout.
Clearly.
You don't have to be an ass about it. But the south, you say? Which? I'm sorry. I'm afraid we're a bit lost. Which direction's that?
And he points, just like puts a thumb over his shoulder, and it like points towards the door that he is in front of.
Wait, I'm confused. Are we then not at the south entrance?
We are at the north.
No, you are at the. You came south from.
Dicks, fuck, idiot, dumb. Okay.
I mean, we already made it this far. Can't we just go in through this door?
The North Ward is for nobility. I can tell just by looking at you that you're not. Enter from the south like everybody else.
So you're gonna make us go back out and take our wagon all the fucking way around the town?
Just like I make everyone else go back.
Is
and
there
around.
a different entrance on the north that we could take?
There are 2 entrances to Waterdeep, if you don't count the ocean. There's the north entrance, which you're looking at, and there's the south entrance, where you're going.
Alright, well, we're wasting our time. Let's just huff around.
Let's go.
Just spend several hours just wheeling our wagon around the city.
Yeah, well, these jackasses aren't going to be helpful.
Several
Well,
hours.
maybe
How
if you were-
big is this city?
Maybe this is a very big city.
Have you ever tried to
compare it
navigate
to
It's
Portland?
called the City of Wonders for a reason.
I wonder why there aren't more entrances.
Alright,
Security.
Let's get going.
alright, yeah, there's no sense arguing with these 2 jackasses over here.
Hey.
You
They just
should
got
not-
jobs to do, right?
There is
Come
no
on.
reason to be this rude to this fine gentleman right here.
Yeah. And first of all, I'm not entirely sure I appreciate the accusation that I'm not nobility.
I was telling you to be nice to this fine gentleman.
Oh, sorry. Misinterpreted that. Let's rewind time. That didn't happen.
Look,
I mean, unless Eden wants to claim to be Eden in a world where Eden doesn't exist anymore.
God, I have to do that everywhere, don't I?
Yes!
Well,
That's what I was sitting there going like, careful.
Everywhere that's heard of me. What do I give a different name for my brother every time?
Everyone knows you. Yes! Do it.
I am
You're
Bill,
great at lying.
Bill Radford. Yeah, no, I'm notoriously awful at it, actually. Fuck. Everywhere that's heard of me, which hopefully is maybe just Maribeth and no one else.
just people that went to your college.
Yeah, every time there's a doctor, I have to lie about that. Please ignore the fact that.
Yeah, it's not like you're from a very famous family or anything.
Awesome.
Yeah, whoops. Well, it's Johnny's fault for retroactively killing me in this dimension. So,
I mean, you're all dead in this dimension.
I know.
I was never born, so therefore never died.
True.
but I'm
Never
the only
died.
one. But I'm the only one who's internationally famous.
That confused me when you expected your dad to recognize you.
Well, here's the thing.
You're who?
Here's the thing. Is his statement... I mean, I could explain this now or I could explain this later.
Save it.
I think it's great for on the show, but
Well, no, you could explain it on the show, but like in the story instead of.
Well,
just...
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
let's
Like,
not-
we have options here.
Yeah, let's not cold reveal
yeah.
that.
All right. Yeah, leave it for in character. I'm down with that as well.
All right, well, we're wasting our time here. Let's just fucking nosy on.
Look, we're already here. We already got our wagon here. I mean, maybe we slip you 10 gold or whatever and just let us pass through real quick.
The guard leans down so that his helmet is very close to your face, Dareth, and he goes, "If you think I'm taking a bribe from a half-breed, you've got another thing coming. Walk out that gate, walk around, enter through the south with the rest of your kind."
All right, somebody hold me back.
I am totally grabbing you by the scruff of your neck, as
Are
per
you canonically
usual,
going to try to charge
and
them?
dragging you back.
Fucker.
Yeah,
Hold up.
you're not wrong. I'm
see if
like
there's a way
totally
to be an
agreeing with
asshole.
you.
No, we shouldn't attack them, even though I really want to.
I know.
Do you want to fly off into a rage? Do you want to fly off into a rage?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Let's just
Did you
go.
take a level in Barbarian? What did I say about class?
Because if you want to fly off into a rage, I have calm emotions and would use it for story reasons.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
just for role-playing fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, calm yourself.
No,
Are we going around? Can we just
no,
go
fuck
around?
that shit.
No, I know. Come on.
Maybe
We're
you should
gonna-
just.
Come on. Let's just fucking go.
There's got to be another way to go into the city. From
There's
here.
more of them than there are of us.
Hold on, hear me out. There's
All right.
got to be a way to get into the city from up here that isn't through this fucking gate. Maybe if we talk to people, we can find a different way.
I super thought you were going to say, well, there's more of them than there are of us. Hold up. Hear me out. Let's murder them.
We killed all of them.
No, you only have to
Hear me
take them
out. I
out
can
one
cast
at a
Fireball.
time. Not at the same time.
I super imagine just Gareth going, how are we supposed to assassinate every single member of the government? If we, what? What's happening?
All right, if you want to find another way around, then maybe. But I was just gonna say we could go to the area that will actually let us in.
Do you think it's really going to take us 7 hours?
Did you say 7 hours?
Is that what you say?
I said several.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Ah, that's still a lot. It's getting late as it is, and I'm still wiped from the battle the other day.
What if we stay here, find I don't know if there's a tavern or something we can stay in, or just sleep in the fucking wagon for the night.
The field district looked alright to
The
me.
wagon does not have enough room for us to do that.
No, it's mostly filled with
We
junk.
could take some.
It's not junk. Don't say
Nah,
that.
but
in
it's
the
easier.
first-
Percy goes, it's not junk. How
Told you.
dare
It's
you?
not junk.
Eden raises his hand up, lad. I'm sorry, that was... You're right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I understand that we're all frustrated, but there's no reason to take it out on my junk
If...
stuff.
Lad.
Fucking love Percy.
If we unload some of the stuff, it'd be easier to steal. I mean, we could always just camp it in the field district. Do any of us have tents?
I'm gonna start
That's
looking for a
literally
damn
what I
inn.
said. Looking for what?
What's that?
An inn?
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for an inn while y'all
You got
talk
the
about
map?
camping outside with bugbears for some
Well, yeah, I
strange reason.
thought it was just like a fucking circus where it was just like open fields, pretty much.
Yeah,
was the
this
impression
is
I had.
within the walls, so you cannot see the war camps from here.
Right. But I'm talking about. So, are there like buildings and stuff in this ward, or is it just?
Any of the buildings are like ramshackle, like that shed that was passing as a shop. Like it's almost entirely camps.
So it's like half shantytown, half circus fairground.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, that's actually a really good way to describe that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a creative author.
Nice,
wait,
Ben.
no,
And
that's
you
not the word I
notice
meant.
that like a couple of structures that do exist are like literally it's like a wagon upside down as the roof with like some posts holding it up.
Folks, the word I was looking for was fiction writer. I'm a fiction writer, not a creative writer. I'm really bad at it.
So, what do you guys think?
Amen.
Same.
That was actually not on purpose, but
Is there? I mean, I'm not keeping my fingers crossed on this, but Vanimal, is there an inn anywhere in this vicinity, like within a mile even?
I don't think the map is that specific, is it, Johnny?
It is not.
I
It
didn't
literally
think so.
is just like the wards, and it highlights where the doors between the wards are, and like one main like. So basically, you get like from where you are, you know that you're in the field ward. You see one door indicated, which you're like, all right, that's that door, and then there's like a big thick street marker that goes like to the next door.
Mm-hmm.
And then that shows the next like so it's just like big colored blotches. Think like a United States map where it
Yeah.
shows the states but doesn't like give you any other information.
Montana isn't purple.
Yeah, there it's like multicolored.
Yeah.
It's very rudimentary.
That's fair. Okay.
Quick jumping out of character real quick. How have we been camping? Do any of us actually have like tents, or are we just like?
I have the ability to camp.
I have a tent and
I don't know
bedroll.
about the rest of you.
Yeah, you all should have started off with adventurers kits.
Yeah.
What does the ability to camp mean?
I have an
Survival.
adventurers pack. I have a bedroll.
Oh, okay.
I
I
have
thought you meant like I have a spell called Snooze, which allows me to.
No, I actually looked up sleep so I could get you two to shut up last night.
Oh, thank you.
But I looked it up and I was just like, okay, maybe not.
I mean, as unideal as it is there a chance we could just? I mean, we could just sleep.
Hey, Percy.
Yeah.
You want to set up camp?
I'm more of a inn sort of guy, to be honest.
All right. What would you prefer? An inn?
I mean, it seems like they told us where to go, and we could just go there.
But we
Yeah,
might not
that's
be-
kind of what I'm saying.
but we might
I
not
generally
be
listen to
too-
people and roles of authority
Oh,
because,
fuck him.
you know, like
I know. I'm with ya. But
somebody had to give them that fancy armor, right? And like all of them had the fancy armor.
Just because you're
and
given
that-
something doesn't mean you deserve it.
Yeah, but like, dude, it would have taken me like a couple of months to make one of those, and I work pretty fast. I think that they're serious business.
Nice armor.
I think that they're actually town guards.
Nice armor you got there. It'd be a shame if a hammer went through it. No.
hey, Percy, let's head towards the entrance that we can use.
God damn it.
Well, I guess it's better than staying out in the field and getting robbed. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
start.
get a couple of dirty looks from passerbys when you say that.
None of you. Your friends.
Is Percy and I going? Because I think Percy and I should go.
Yeah, Percy
Fine,
starts
we'll go.
driving the wagon.
Good, I'm walking. Let's go.
Eden
So
trudges
it takes you about 3 hours to make your way out, down, and
I
around.
told ya.
But
It's
you
it's 9:30.
immediately see the entrance that he's talking about
Mhm.
because there's a big long bridge made of stone. With it has chains where it could draw up the middle wooden bit. And it's just like every square inch of that is a line of wagons to get in.
How long of a line?
Across the full bridge and then a little bit past it.
Okay, let's queue up.
We're just gonna fucking wait in line?
Yes, Dareth.
When you get to the queue, you notice now that you can look down the bridge that there's an entire empty lane open. And there are people next to that who are selling their spots at the front of the line.
It's that long.
How much?
100 gold ahead, lass.
Well, there are 6 of us. No.
I'm not doing that.
Right, are we counting the boar? Sorry, there's 5 of us. I'm not going to pay extra for the pig. I said in
No,
character.
head, person.
Yeah, alright, so still, that's 500 gold.
Pippin is a person.
No, I understand that, but we can pretend he's not and not have to pay an extra 100 gold.
How? What's your alignment? No.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Let me check. I don't use
How long is
alignments.
this line gonna take anyway? Can we perceive that? Or
It doesn't seem to be moving a while.
Johnny, is this a... I don't know, I'll roll for this if I need to. Is there like a customs thing where people are getting patted down up at the front and therefore that's what's slowing it down, or...
Roll perception.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alright. 6 plus whatever my thing is, which, give me a second here, is high. So, 12.
You can't really tell.
Okay, well, I tried. I squint and try again.
No. Also, by the way, I'm sending you the map that I was talking about in the group chat, so you guys now have that map.
Got it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Silence your phone, Terra.
Um.
Alright, does someone with better eyesight?
I stand up and put my hand up to my head.
Yeah, do the thing.
Full on Lewis and Clark in it?
That would be a -1, Johnny? What does that get me?
What?
You stand up and you go like this, and you're like looking really hard, and like a tiny bug flies into your eye.
Ow! Ow!
Yes!
Bug!
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, I know we make fun of your low wisdom, passive wisdom, or your low passive perception all the time. What's your actual wisdom modifier?
It is set. Well, modifier or score?
Well, whatever made you get yeah.
It is -2.
Isn't that great?
1.
I rolled
So
a
his
1.
passive wisdom is below 10.
My passive wisdom is 8. So
Even
if you
though
try to
it's-
hide,
the
if you roll
equation is
above an
plus
8,
10.
Oh boy, wow. I didn't think that was possible.
Yep.
Yep.
No, I mean, I know it's possible because Dareth's right here and he sits next to me once a week. Dareth, I meant Andrew. Which one are you?
I'm gonna plop 100 gold down on the table and say, "See you guys inside."
Hey, Percy. You alright if we
Yeah.
go ahead?
I mean, I'm fucking rich, you guys. I don't know if you understand that, but like, I sold your friend a lighter for like 200 gold, not
I
a
pull
couple
it
of
out.
days ago. And no, you're already walking. You're not there. You do not hear this.
Well, I just
And that thing,
coincidentally I pulled it out and I'm playing with it.
yeah, all right. And he's like, and he leans in to you too, and he goes, "That thing cost me like 15 copper to make." And he just hands the guy 100 gold pieces and starts driving the wagon down the empty lane.
Fine. I'll pay my way.
I have no idea how much money I have. No, I don't. I literally don't.
I don't have much, but I'm not gonna.
You should
fucking-
find out, because otherwise you canonically have $0.
That'd be great because you just like stand outside in the line while the rest of us went inside.
I'm dead serious.
Actually, wait, we never gave you a starting gold amount, did
That's
we?
what I'm saying.
I'm going to call it 800 right here, right now.
Holy
Awesome,
shit,
thank you,
800 gold.
sir.
Damn, I wish I
Fucking
had
loaded.
started gold.
Man, don't you guys wish you had a bad
You had
memory
a
like I do?
campaign worth of gold.
Yeah. And I bought nothing, and I down to 75.
Gonna write 800 GP, motherfucker.
Are you like jingle every time you move?
Yep, here comes Santa
You
Claus.
go
I
to heal
see.
someone, it's like
That's
ching
right,
ching
because
ching
you
ching.
didn't have a campaign.
I jingle ready to mingle. Yeah, so, okay, cool. Yeah, because no, Johnny, for real, we literally never discussed that.
Yeah, no.
Fucker, you
That's
did
why I
it
just
for
gave
all of
you
us and been
more.
fine.
Didn't jog my memory. It's been a number of weeks and I'm stupid. Did we get a down payment from the Rock Seekers?
Nope.
All right. I don't know where I
For the job we didn't
You
do.
attempted to get one and were shamed.
Oh,
away.
that's right. That's why they hate me. I remember now. All right. Well,
I mean, that's one of several reasons.
would the other reasons be that I'm an obnoxious idiot?
Yes.
It's not a reason.
Yeah.
It's subjective.
All right. Well, I don't want to be separated from the rest of my group, and I would like to move the quest along. So,
Good Lord, you could have paid for us all and had more gold than I have left.
bummer.
Oh, sure.
I shouldn't have spent 200
Try to
gold.
guilt Eden.
I
That's
shouldn't
cute.
have spent 200 gold on a lighter. Also, joke's on me. I'm already guilty enough of everything in my life.
Let's fucking go
I
into
slapped-
the city.
I slapped the 100 gold down. I'm like, fucking, God, alright. Like, it's a string of Scottish-based obscenities.
Yes.
I like that.
I sent you that link of Scottish obscenities, and I haven't heard you use them.
You did, you're right.
All right, so has everyone paid their
I
way?
can find that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get to the front door.
Also, how is Tordek?
I'm gonna say, because I don't have Tordek's character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
that Percy pays for Tordek.
Brotherhood. Got it. Nice. Okay.
You know, he was annoying him all day. It's the least he can do.
Aww. Providing him with important water gun knowledge.
So you all get to the front, and there's a noticeably more drab guard, like several guards that are just wearing like leather armor. And one of them, like, you come up to the front and he stops you, and he just goes, "Are you aware that it is a crime to pay to skip in line in this state?"
Nope.
You mean inside of the gates?
The kingdom of Waterdeep extends 47 miles that way.
Oh. So, no. I was completely
No,
unaware
I'm
of
just
that.
kidding with you guys. Go on through.
You got me.
Oh. I like this guy. This guy's cool. See, isn't this you don't want to kill all the guards, right?
Yeah, not all of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't want to what?
What?
Have a good day.
And he like puts his hand on his.
Ah!
Eden lets out a really empty
No, we don't want to kill all the guards. Is what she said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it? Yeah. See, it's really funny.
You guys are digging a hole.
And you see him just sort of like wave off to the side, and then like.
Yeah, and wherever he's looking, I'm just like.
Did you guys literally almost get us arrested through this really bad joke?
He started it.
All right, that's fair.
I mean,
so can we go in?
Yeah.
Cool.
He like moves off to the side.
Cool. See you later.
I want to offer a fist bump as I walk by.
He totally takes the fist bump and blows it up.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Eden, as straight-laced as always, is taking up the rear and just nods, officer, as they go inside.
Hey, wait, what's your name, guard guy?
My name's Dave.
Dave.
Johnny,
Later,
that sounds
Dave.
improvised.
See you around, Dave.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I think
Your
something would have
friend's
gone.
a square.
Yep. Yeah.
I know.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. Okay.
You're a total
Not
square.
the literal nerd that's running the cart.
No.
No. He's not a square.
So once you get inside the gate, pretty immediately there's a large like city square with streets kind of going off in all directions. Each of the like gate facing buildings seems to be a shop or a tap. Like those businesses are very high demand places because it's the only place to enter the fucking city. So it's like they're trying to get everyone's business. To your right, there is a large wooden sign with a tankard on it that says "The Full Cup." There's a collar outside. Miners, bring your pickaxe after hauling hours for 1 silver off drinks. Stable hands can exchange 1 spent horseshoe for half off a dinner menu item. And there's like a fist fight just going on in the street, and the collar's just like stepping around it like it's a very normal thing and doesn't actually care.
Oh, this place is lovely.
I love
To the
this.
left of that, there is like one of those like hanging from a chain sort of signs that is just a like red fist. There doesn't seem to be like any. It doesn't have a collar. The door is just open, and you can see from where you're standing that the like dirt from the street is just like tracked into the place, and has like nobody has made any effort to clean that. There's in the center this like really big opulent building. It's got a nicely made metalworked sign that is like a really nicely made ornate sword, and cut out of the sword is the sword's rest. And then off to the left, there is think like a red light district sort of buildings. There's a lot of like candles in the windowsill, like red velvet drapes everything, and there's just 2 jade statues out front.
The sword's rest, huh? That sounds interesting.
That sounds available.
How many people are here? I doubt much is going to be available.
Yeah. Wow.
It's worth asking, surely.
Maybe. How big are these buildings?
They're quite large, like let's say about 4 stories, and like they act as the dividing points into the streets. So there's a street that hugs the wall to your right, then the Full Cup, then a street, then the place with the red like glove, or like armor gauntlet, then there's a street, then there's the Swords Rest, then there's a street, then there's Jade Dancer, then there's the street that hugs the left wall. So it's just like all right there.
What do you think that Swords Rest is an inn?
It sounds like a place for people like us.
It's got the word rest in the name.
It's got rest right there.
There's
the
some-
sword at rest. Like, I'm not like gonna have to kill something in this building probably. So like,
Probably. But where are we gonna put the wagon?
yeah, Percy, where are you gonna park?
Well, I mean, generally inns, and I would assume especially inns where travelers come,
Yeah.
probably gonna have a stable or
Like a
something.
valet.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I don't think that's that fancy.
We don't know that.
Aye.
Well, I'm gonna head
Well,
over.
why don't you walk into one of the places and find out where I can fucking park, and
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
watch the wagon.
We need to see if
Yeah.
we even have
Percy.
rooms.
Let's. I'm
Why are
heading
you so
towards the
grumpy,
sword.
Percy? Maybe you should call
The sword's rest.
Tordek's
also-
like, I'll stay out here, thanks guys.
Yeah.
I'll guard the wagon.
It is also
With
right
Pippin.
next to the red light district. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I'm going to the sword's rest.
I follow.
You can totally do that.
When you walk into the Sword's Rest, it's pretty fucking, like, nice. It's probably, like, the nicest inside of a building that you've seen since leaving Neverwinter. So, a while. Like, an entire campaign for the Doctor, an imaginary campaign, and then everything that's happened so far, and now this is the nicest place you have been inside of.
I'm imagining it.
You notice off to your right that there is an Adventurers Guild quest board. And there are room rates posted on the wall in like those like little numbers that you can like take out and switch out. And there's a room rate sign that says standard rates, and then next to it it says adventurer rates, and the adventurer rates are half. And it is 15 gold per night per room for a 2-bed room.
Oh, this is just like in RuneScape.
In what?
RuneScape.
You know the famous play.
The famous play, RuneScape.
Oh, I was talking about the PC.
It's a very
Got it.
It's a very open-ended.
Cool. Is there
Play.
somebody like a
Is there a bell we can
front?
ring?
Yeah. Is there
There's
a
there's
front
a
desk?
like front desk, and the person standing behind the front desk is a like abnormally tall, like built human female.
Okay. Hi.
And she is wearing the nicest armor you have ever seen in your life.
Sick. So hello.
Hello, traveler.
Hello.
Do you have your Adventurers Guild registration?
Hey Johnny, do I?
I think I do.
No.
Canonically, none of us do.
Fair enough.
That's
There was a
nothing
whole
I
conversation with one of the devils about that.
Yeah, and not taking any missions, but
Yep.
I'm not going to be taking any missions.
I don't think I ever actually got one. I think Ida got one.
Oh, that's right. Okay. No,
From alternate reality?
Yeah.
no, afraid not.
Oh.
Just the
Alright,
standard
well-
rate then.
The standard rate is 15 gold a night then.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure this is the place for you?
What makes you think it ain't?
I don't know. Is my and like I pull out 15 gold. Like, does that work? The money. I mean, I have money. You know.
She leans in. She goes, "Your money is good here, lass.
Okay.
It's just, wouldn't you be happier staying with people of your station?"
Ah.
Again, I'm not
This
entirely.
this establishment is for adventurers, you see.
Mm-hmm.
We are adventurers.
Aye, we are. Just.
Yeah.
Just not official.
I'm just not in a guild.
We're
I
just
mean,
not at the
is
same.
that okay?
So you're mercenaries.
Oh shit!
Now you're making us sound bad.
No, I'm gonna go with that. That sounds awesome.
Look, regardless, we just want a standard room. Should we
All
say
right.
one room or multiple
How
rooms?
many of you for?
How many
I think
beds
me
per...
and Tordek will take a room.
Hold up. How many beds per room?
2.
Alright, so...
3 rooms then?
Yeah.
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 'Cause
You
there's-
want to bunk up?
Oh,
I guess.
Is there a stable where we can park
A wagon?
a wagon?
If you have a wagon, we have a valet service for an additional 5 gold. If you have animals, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you.
Oh, that's okay. We'll take care of them.
Well, we
Or
don't.
him.
This is absolutely going to be the one of those times where you go to like a hotel and you like sneak up the air mattress up the. That's maybe just a thing I've done. I don't know. Is that not a universal thing? My bad.
How do you sneak aboard?
Wait. What do you mean by nothing you can do?
And she points, and there's a giant sign in red that says "No pets" or "No companions"
No companions.
Well, that.
or familiars.
That's fucked up.
I turn to Shadow like, shh.
You're adorable. I'm like, what are you doing?
She sort of like peers over the counter to see what you're shushing, and then it's just sort of like, all right, see anything there?
Well, I don't.
I would like to point out there is an exception to our no familiar rule if you have a pixie, as pixies are people.
I can appreciate that.
Well, I
All
appreciate
right.
your
But
progress.
Hold on.
I kind of think Pippin is people
So
too.
we just need 3 rooms.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate your progressive stance on pixie rights.
Pixie rights.
Pixie rights.
Yeah.
Well,
We would make an exception for pseudo dragons as well, as
Damn
they
it.
are quite intelligent, except for 1, they're dragons, and 2, if you own a pseudo dragon, that's basically slavery, and somebody in this inn will probably attack you.
And quite rightly so.
that's fair.
Okay, well we'll just take the 3 rooms.
Yeah,
then.
three sounds fine.
We'll just take the 3 rooms.
45 gold, please.
All right, I'll chip in.
Ow. You pull out this huge sack and
I guess I'm loaded. No, I paid my 15 gold. Which I should now do some math.
Yeah, I chip in.
I mean, you're also canonically a rich sack of shit, so
I'm sorry?
because you're from a rich family.
Yeah, I'm not a rich second. No, I'm not actually, Johnny. Didn't you read my character bio?
No, I remember that. You're not like rich,
Yeah.
but you're
Prestigious.
you can afford to build a hospital.
anyways.
You're still nobility. If you didn't have money, you wouldn't be nobility. Let's put it that way.
Ability. Anyway,
I'm regretting my choice of hotel, actually.
So which door? Which rooms?
She hands you 3 room keys that say like 4F, 4G, etc. 4th floor is
Ooh,
where
top
we
floor.
keep the non-adventurers.
Cool.
All right.
Take it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, and then 5 gold for the wagon, right?
Ah, yes.
Percy can foot that bill.
Well,
Well, it needs to be paid up front
Yeah,
if I'm
Percy's
going
not
to
here
summon
right
the
now.
valet.
Yeah. I'll put,
All right, he'll. Go ahead.
oh, you wanna?
All right, he'll owe me. And I slap gold on
You
the
got
table.
more money than me, so you go
She
for it.
picks it up off the table and like puts it all in like a cash box, and snaps her fingers, and the valet comes down and she like whispers something in his ear, and then he goes, "Right, if you would just show me to the wagon, then."
Our glad I got it. Our lad's outside, nerdy looking chap. You'll find him. Don't worry.
Right. And he kind of like slowly goes outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that he sees the right nerdy chap.
Ah, thank you, lass.
No worries.
He directs Percy to where he's going. When you guys go to look for the 4th floor, you notice a staircase that says floors 1 through 3, and then a separate staircase that says floor 4.
this is us.
Yeah,
And
I
we should
guess
go
so.
grab. We should go grab Tordek before we head out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eden drops to a whisper. So what are we gonna do about Pippin?
I got it.
Do we got the good
I
ways?
got it. Shh.
Okay. All right, I trust you.
Let's,
Eden
let's go
immediately.
get Tordek.
I look at Eden when he says he trusts Terra. I'm like, seriously?
Eden kind of mouths over to Vermal. I know.
Okay. I'm gonna let you take care of that then. Yeah. And yeah, let's get Tordek in here.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go outside. Because I mean, we were guiding the guy to Percy anyway.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And we know where fourth floor entrance is. So let's go get our shit together and set up camp in a hotel room. Like bring out a tent in the middle of the room.
So you go outside and you come out to find Percy sort of like arguing with the valet.
No, Percy.
Like, what do you mean it's not secure storage? I've got my shit.
Oh.
And the valet is just like, it's a parking lot and we park stuff there and you're responsible for your own things is generally how that... Well, are you going to help me carry every bit of that up into the hotel then? And he looks at it, the valet looks at a piece of paper and says, I'm sorry, but it says you get standard service, so the luggage men are not included in that. And
I take that opportunity to tell Percy, and we're on the 4th floor.
Do you have a levitate spell? Like, how am I'm supposed to carry all of that? All of that? 4 flights of stairs?
Well, what if one of us stays with the wagon?
One of us who perhaps doesn't sleep.
One of us who really loves Pippin.
And the guy's like, well, there's security in the yard that tries to keep people out, so letting one of you in would pretty specifically counteract that.
Oh, well, if there's security, then your stuff will be fine, right?
Wait, they try to keep people out?
Yeah, well, the standard yard isn't exactly the priority.
I mutter something about classism.
You picked the classist in. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Because we're trying to wrap up this.
Yeah, and I regretted that until everybody started slapping their money down.
We deserve fancy.
I'm not saying that we don't. I am saying that we can't.
So, Percy, well, it sounds like it is a guarded parking lot. I mean, they're going to try to keep people out at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to insure my shit?
Me?
I thought you said you were rich.
Yeah? But my shit is more valuable than gold is to me.
Fair.
But I will need gold to get new shit. So
Well,
unless one of you is going to hand me 5,000 gold if my shit gets stolen.
I mean, you can stay somewhere else then.
Alright, look.
I will stay somewhere else.
All right.
Somewhere close, hopefully.
And the valet just looks very awkward and he goes, the jade statue tends to be more amenable to merchant types.
All right, so you can stay at the jade statue and we'll stay here.
And Percy, without a word, just like directs the horses and starts walking towards the jade statue.
Is it too late for me to get a refund?
I
And,
would
like,
bet
go
that
to
it
the jade
is
statue?
indeed too late.
We didn't actually use that valet service. I'm going to see if I can get my 5 gold back.
Good luck.
I approach the counter. Back inside.
So you go back inside, and you approach the counter, and the same woman is there.
And I'm going to ask directly, hey, I'm sorry, it looks like there's a bit of a change of plans. We're actually only going to need 2 rooms, and we're not actually going to utilize the valet service. Is there a chance we could get our 20 gold back? I have the key, of course, right here.
The rooms are booked. The gold is paid. Whether or not you use those services is of no interest to me.
Can we unbook them?
You can. I will happily open them back up to the public. You've already paid your gold. We do not give refunds.
Can I cast the spell
No,
command?
oh god, this is so bad, don't do this.
Can I cast the spell command and use the word refund?
You can try.
Oh god.
Is that what you're doing?
Wait, hold up. Do they know
Yes.
I've cast it? Then absolutely not. I do not want to be accused of...
I'm gonna say for the sake of story that you like begin to like gather arcane energy in your hand, and every mage in the room like stands up and turns and looks at you, and you just let that shit go and go, well, I guess I'm not getting a refund then, I guess.
Yeah. The little cloud of pixie dust kind of falls from my fingertips. Oh well.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
One of the more like ornate, powerful looking mages just nods as the pixie dust like falls to the ground.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot. And then as we leave, I maybe whisper to Dareth, maybe we can sublet.
Oh my god. Why don't we just stay in the room and call it a night?
Alright,
Let's
fine.
call it a night.
Let's call it a night.
We've only booked for one night.
Yes.
Yeah,
rooms
well,
for
I mean,
one night.
but
We can switch it up tomorrow.
yeah, surely we're going to move on anyway.
I want to motion Tordek and Pippin over to a more maybe secluded area, maybe an alleyway, something like that, where less people are around.
Pippin, Tordek looks really annoyed and is just like, "What? I just want to go to our room."
Look, they don't allow pets.
Then why did you book the room?
I extend my hand out and Pippin goes invisible as I cast invisibility on him.
And Tordek just kind of looks at you and looks at like the spot where Pippin was and looks at you and just goes, "Now I know that was invisibility and not some other weird bullshit."
Yes, that was invisibility.
All right.
Does Dareth get judged by his peers?
He rolls an insight. Believes you.
Oh, wait, shit. No.
Wait.
That was banish. Oh, no.
Tordek kills Jared.
So, you made him invisible. What's that pile of ash on the ground where he was standing, though? Is that unrelated, or...?
Don't worry about that. Let's go. That was already there.
Tordek kills Dareth.
I roll persuasion, and you all believe.
Weird how you
All
can
right,
just say
so
that.
you have an invisible boar.
So yeah, are we calling the session?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you make it up to your room. Just a few details. As soon as so this is like the nicest building you've been in. You can see the other set of stairs, which are very nice. There's carpets on them. You go towards the 4th floor stairs, and it's just like plain wood. Kind of looks like an add-on to the building, and it's like a spiral staircase up. It's very steep and like uncomfortable to walk up because like steep spiral staircase, holy shit. So you have to kind of like hug the outside to get enough like step to even be on.
Yes.
And when you get to the top, the room is not that great. I mean, it's nicer than any room you've seen in a long time, but it's like barely Phandalin nice.
Is there a view?
That'll do.
There are small windows. So you do get a view of like the entire city.
Yeah.
Being on board.
All right. That's fine. Yeah. That's nice. Cool.
And we'll call it there.
I'm going to take my own room.
What?
Bastard. Hey folks, this has been Speak of the Devil, an Infinity Break production produced by myself, Ben Hamlin, and yourself, Johnny Rinaldo. Written and hosted by the same said Johnny Rinaldo, with players
Terra Bosart.
Andrew Eakle.
Christina Gray, and myself, Ben Hamlin. Our logo is by the incredible Stacy LeFevre, and you can find her work at Stace Art on Facebook. That is STACEART. Most of our other show art was done by the wonderful Terra Bosart.
I do stuff.
You sure do, and you're good at it. And these figures that you did not see at all today, because there was no combat, thank God, are hand-painted by the Trevor Tice. Check out his other work on his Instagram at Comrade Duck. And hey, if you live in the Portland area and you have a D&D game in the works, I'm 99% sure he does commissions. As I've already said, this show is produced as a product of InfinityBreak.net, where we are telling stories our own way. Podcasts, webcomics, live streams, videos, and more are all available at InfinityBreak.net. If you like what you're hearing, please take time to follow this channel and be here next week for the continuation of this very story. Follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for updates on all of your favorite shows and extra behind-the-scenes info about what we're doing here at Infinity Break. Seriously, there is so much stuff coming out from Infinity Break in the next month or two alone. I encourage you to tune into our social media channels and our website to stay up to date on all the stuff that we have planned for you. No, seriously, we're working on some really cool stuff. Terra is, I am. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
The board game thing.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't launching like a surprise webcomic on you or anything. We have
And Terra's drawing 3 webcomics.
Right? Because I have that kind of time.
Daily
No,
comics.
That'd be great. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could do nothing.
Which one of you
but
punks
webcomics.
suggested a daily podcast to me the other day?
Not me.
It was someone in the group. It must have been. We have a... It was you. Never mind. You were like, I'd do daily tabletop if I could. And I'm like, absolutely
I did say
not.
that. I said my limit would be 1 a day, though. Any more than that, it starts getting in the way of work.
Starts.
Right, because then I brought up Star Wars Minute, where they were like, yeah, we record everything in advance. We have a Facebook group where we discuss all sorts of nerdery topics, so if you're into tabletop and comics, that's the place to be. Please consider joining the Infinity Loop today. It's very easy to find. It's just attached to our Facebook page. Andrew, did the poll finish? The monster poll?
It didn't, but I have been busy and was unable to post it. So,
All right. Well, there's still 2 matches left.
Yeah, there's still 2 more left. I'll probably post
The
those today. I've just
finals.
been busy with other stuff.
Who's our final 4?
It's going to be the winner on the left side was Beholder 1 by 1, I think, over
That was a tight match.
over the Mind Flayer. The other side is
close.
still going to be, if I can do this off the top of my head, Vampire versus...
Sorry, I'm going to pull up the Facebook.
Who's the other one?
Oh my god, it's literally...
Was it Displacer Beast?
Who knows?
That
Yeah,
already
it
got
was.
eliminated.
Because those are my 2 least favorites, and that's what made it.
Wait,
and
the
I
Displacer
remember
Beast made it that far?
specifically.
Think so?
Yeah, no, I'm mad too.
And
That
then...
whole side is a disappointment.
No,
to
because
me.
I think Vampire already defeated Displacer Beast, so now it's Vampire versus Dragon.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
winner
there
of
it is.
that-
Also,
yeah.
still disappointed.
So the winner of Vampire versus Dragon will face off against the Beholder in the final for the championship.
Fingers crossed for vampires, y'all.
What?
Why?
Fingers crossed for Beholders. Stop being boring.
I'm gonna cross my fingers for the most boring one.
Vampires
Yeah.
are cool as hell.
Well
and
done.
Oh god.
Vampires feature...
Canon. Ben Hamlin is a cop.
Oh. Oh.
What?
That's so mean.
Vampires feature heavily in the curse seas because
It's
Jacob
not-
is one.
It's not inaccurate though.
Curse head
Yep.
disease. Anyway, well, I just got fucking roasted on the fucking stream, so whatever.
I'm just saying I want Beholder versus Dragon. I mean, like if you're gonna go out, let's make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, fair
I mean,
enough.
clearly Beholder, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, maybe Dragon.
Anyway, that's what's going on in the Infinity Loop now. We encourage you to join along. We will have more community engagement sort of posts in the future. I think I've got something in works for the start of the new year. Anyway, real quick, for players with online presences, where can people find you all on Twitter?
I'm at Ender Epidemic.
On the Twitter, you can find me at CyberSatyr.
I'm at Johnny Rinaldo.
And you can find me at Ben C. Hamlin, that is BenChamlin, on Twitter, where I'm always talking about comics, tabletop, and various IB happenings. If I haven't announced it officially through IB, I've talked about it on my Twitter. Finally, hey, if you like what we're doing here, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Infinity Break, where you can start a monthly donation with us for as little as $1 per month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content from us, including extra analysis from Of Horses and Men. Leslie and I recently did 27 minutes on Sharknado.
It's great.
Wow.
It's a good one.
It's
No.
really good.
That sounds amazing.
It actually almost convinced me to watch Sharknado, if that gives some indication of how good it is, that I went from I will never curse my eyes with that to
Did I email you that bonus content?
No, Leslie did, because Leslie is a true friend
Oh.
and not a cop.
You two are so cutting today.
I was like, Johnny, how did you get behind the paywall? Incidentally, Johnny was recently on Of Horses and Men, and there are, not a joke, 11 minutes of bloopers from that.
Typical Johnny.
A sixth of the episode.
But what's another thing that they can get from Patreon?
They can get blooper reels from Cursies, perhaps some behind-the-scenes in-character chat stuff from this very show, Speak of the Devil. And we are planning on releasing more bonus content in the future. Right now, we are trying to reach 2 Patreon goals. At the $50 a month level, we will be doing a monthly comic book special on the Super Cinema feed, where we talk about all the books that we've been reading. Sort of a comic book book club is perhaps the term.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, if we get there.
I just
And
read 2.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
And if you like tabletop, and live tabletop in particular, at the $150 a month level, we will be doing live tabletop one-shots a couple of times a year. If you liked Speak of the Bard, somebody had to. It's more. Thank you, Johnny. It's more of that kind of nonsense. I have already spoken with Andrew here and Nikki Boylan from Speak of the Bard, and they are both interested in DMing too. So we might do more than 4 sessions a year if we reach that goal. We'll see, of course. But we can only get to any of those goals with your continued support. Once again, that's patreon.com/infinitybreak. There is truly a mountain of MP3s of nonsense behind that paywall. We highly encourage you to start a subscription with us. Lastly, merchandise can be found at the shop link on our website. You can buy the Speak of the Devil logo as perhaps a sticker or a t-shirt. Whatever tickles your fancy. I think that's absolutely everything. Once again, this has been Speak of the Devil. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week at the exact same time.
End this fucking nightmare.
Yay!
Because I have to pee so bad.
I was actually sitting there going, wow, nobody had to stop and pee.
No, I have to pee so bad. I don't know if I should be right back or if we should just talk through group chat, but I have to
We can
pee.
just talk to the group chat.
Wait, does
Let's
anyone
do
have
that.
anything to say?
I
We can do it
do,
in
but
group
like
chat.
group chat.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He already left.
Bye.
It's already gone.
Bye, bitch.
All right.
Well, that went well.